Daughter of the sea, beware, I heard him cry. His words carried upon the ocean breeze as he sank beneath the tide. Those blood-soaked shores of Kalimdor, where sailors fought and died, the Admiral fell at Theramore because she left his side. Why this, oh daughter of the sea? Why this, did you forget your seas and days? Always the pride of a nation's eyes. How could she go astray when she did flee across the ocean deep? The Admiral followed west. What else but sail to save a daughter's life and pray she still do brave. But there he found upon those distant shores enemies upon the rise. But when he faced the savage foes, his daughter stood aside and buried deep beneath the waves, betrayed by family, to his nation with his love's breath quiet. Beware the daughter of the sea. I heard across the moonlit sea the old voice warning me. Beware, beware, the daughter of the sea. Beware, beware of me.
Too long we've gone adrift with the resolve to carry on. When the climb is steep and the days are long, we rise, all rise. Our fight burns bright. From filth we ascend to the tree of life. The lowly empowered and faith unite. We rise, all rise. So far we are, the hope scattered all over the fallen stars. The last note played on an old guitar. We rise, oh rise. some of us won't make it back. We're following into the back, unknown for a long lost throne. We rise again, where others might look for escape. These lights in dark search for grace, once lost to our blood-soaked cause. We will rise through battlefields scarred by the gods. We're striving no matter the odds. When nothing can hold back the tide, we rise, we rise. Christless and exile were loyal the same, returning to roots through the worst of our pain. When kings rise against, have it writ on their grave. The old gods were felled by a mortal unnamed. We will die again where the oceans end, over and over. In the dragon's fire, we will testify, shoulder to shoulder. In the lands between, spirits sharp and clean, used with a purpose. Through the scarlet mist, for the mainland, we rise unburdened again. We rise again. Eternal struggle echoes to the past. We rise, we rise. So even if only to fall then and ash, we rise, I will rise. The lust for eternal affairs seem to raise our spirits in great despair. Through the ashes of oblivion, quick and unseen like the dragons of spring. For we owe no debts and bow to no king. Every war has its cost and we've paid, won by the bond of the body we've made. War with the call that the battle starts now. As the demons listen, we strike them down, fighting back the rifts of blood. Sent from the sky like an angel in need, give them news to strengthen and words to heed. Heaven's down and set alight, we're knocking on the gates of hell tonight. Swords and dragons' bones scattered all the way back home, beating to the sound of flashing steel. When the roll our heels down, jet the tales and legends told, strengthened by the hymns of old, weathered out this fighting from his throne. So we sing our triumphant song. Play out a spell in your sequence of chords to inspire and sharpen our rusted swords, echoing the whisper of the trees. Creep on the path where 1,000 bards fail, from the thick Westerian jungle trails. Come from afar to set prisoners free, to dark tangled depths from the open sea. Swords and dragons' bones scattered all the way back home, beating to the sound of flashing steel. When the roll our heels down, jet the chances don't come cheap. So keep alert and on your feet. An ancient spirit song will heal our wounds. Unabashed by our defeat, spot the bloodstains on these cobble streets. A message to the gods to see us through. Friendly song, so raise your voice and praise the sun. Call a new rebirth to keep us strong. Countless souls along the path, lost to fiends and loads of wrath, will return to play our final song. Dragons' bones scattered on the way back home, beating to the sound of flashing steel. When the road our heels down, jack the tales and legends told, strengthened by the hymns of old, weathered out this fighting from his throne, so we sing our traveler's song.
Norna, everyone.
Ah!
Welcome to our live stream session. Session 1, officially. We're finally starting.
It's been so long.
It's been so freaking long. So many stumbling blocks. So many people having to leave. So many people leaving last minute. So many hiccups. So many bumps in the road. But we're starting. We're officially starting. I say that, but it'll be actually real next week when we do it a second time in a row for real. Oh my gosh.
Session 1.1.
Right?
My gosh. Oh man. Alright, so we had a lot of stuff happen. There's probably a lot to update on everyone. I'll probably make that a separate video so that so you don't have to wait too long. Just get an idea, just to give you an idea, a summary. We've been trying to start up for a while now. We've had so many hiccups, so many issues. Most of it revolving players' real life issues, which that can't be helped. But it's kind of a bummer that happened over and over and over again every time we tried to start. But we are starting. This is official. We're doing it. We're gonna keep going.
You keep saying that, and then we're gonna have some sort of hiccup.
I'm manifesting it. I'm manifesting it. In God's name, this will happen. Thank you, Lord.
Murphy says otherwise.
Yeah, well, I trust God over Murphy any day. All right. So, as you can tell, we have a new player. Meet Troxel Kendall, a.k.a. Tom. Tom, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Troxel Crandall. I'm a noble of the House of Crandall. I'm the youngest son, and I am a magic user. My family is heavily into trade. They're merchants, and I believe in basically law and order and on the good side of society. I think that that's necessary to maintain order in the society for the society to grow. And I'm looking for a little honest adventure to increase my skills and get some increased status within my family.
honest adventure, you say?
So I didn't expect you to give all the character information, if I'm being honest. I was expecting us to go through that in the game, but that's okay.
It's his choice.
It's his choice, yeah. I just didn't expect it.
I'm getting feedback on the sound. Is anybody else getting that, or is that just me?
Do you have headphones on?
No. He doesn't look like he has headphones on.
I don't know where the
I don't have
feedback's coming
headphones,
from.
but I have good speakers.
I don't know where you're getting the feedback from, to be honest.
Are you watching the stream?
No, I'm good. Yes. Now that was just fine. The last two statements by each of you were good.
Speaking of which,
It might just be a hiccup.
who else is, I know that I have the stream up just so I can monitor everything. Who else is watching it?
Right now, not me.
Oh, so we actually have someone genuinely watching it. Welcome! Hi, how are you doing? I'm excited to see someone on here.
They've only been waiting 7 years.
Spread the word. Let's get this started. Let's get the audience going. Okay, seriously though. Troxel, just one thing about your statement. I think you're confusing your house with another house because it's the Portwell house that is the tradesmen and the merchants. Your house is primarily nobility and that kind of stuff.
Well, that's true. That's true. We're definitely nobles, but how do we earn a living? Just for general interest.
Taxes, mostly. Like you're basically the government.
Okay. Oh, good.
Oh, good.
I thought
we have the government on our side.
No, seriously. I thought that okay, we'll take it.
Easily corruptible human. Also leader of the government.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for anyone who didn't see the announcement video or doesn't know what happened with Lana and her position, she essentially got super busy with life between session 0 and session 1. That's why we had to stop, and she had to drop out, so we had to find someone to take her place. Because, good lord, we're not doing this with only 2 players.
No, we're not doing this with 2 people.
They're not suicidal.
Like
They're not suicidal.
I am. that's on a different level.
At any rate, that's essentially what we're going with. So yeah. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do a recap and get started. For anyone who was not here for the last session, essentially our group was on a ship and they were heading towards Sunlin Island. And on that boat ride, they got attacked by something called a Sahuagin. And dear old Grimshaw fell down unconscious and was healed up a little bit. Still missing 2 points of health, so he'll be bedridden a little bit unless you can find a healer. Or a cleric, I mean. But yeah. Yeah, that's where we are right now. Oh, before I do anything else, let me go ahead and show you guys what Troxel looks like. And Troxel, were you able to find the images channel?
I did not help.
No, I haven't.
All right, I'll send
saw what I was like, and I saw the other images. I think it was on Discord.
Yeah, the MC images on Discord.
Yeah. All right, so I'm about to send a picture of what Troxel looks like, guys. Actually, no. I'll wait until you guys actually meet him. So yeah, first things first, you guys hop off onto the docks.
well, kind of shimmy down the docks.
Yeah. Grimshaw's shimmying down the docks.
Grimshaw has no bones to hop.
On your way there, from what you can tell from the island, it looks like most of it is going to be like rolling and rocky hills. There's you can see some forest in the distance, so there's some of that. But yeah, town looks. Not only does it look like it's in stable condition, perfectly good town, but it looks like they're having a festival at the moment too. So.
Okay. And the town that we're talking about is Ingram, is that correct? Irgram? Irglen?
Yeah, Irglen.
I-R-G-L-E-N?
Yep, Irglen is the town.
Okay.
So you can see essentially blue and green pennants, nautical flags. You're also seeing like some creatively put up decorations like seashell garlands, things like that. All sorts of decorations all over the place. And as you're stepping off the docks, you can already smell fresh cooked seafood, ready for people to munch on.
Yummy.
Delicious.
You guys see off to the side. Well, really quick, you guys see off to the side another ship that is docked and made port, and people are unloading off of there, including one very, very fine-robed individual. And I'm going to show you the picture right now when I send it. So everyone, this is what Troxel Kandal looks like. And the players are probably going to see this a little bit later, because for some reason there's always a delay.
Okay.
Okay, you did get it. Good.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interessante.
Yeah, so that's what you see. And for the players at home who missed last session, this is what the other players are. This is Grimshaw Honeystone. Soak that image in for a minute. And then Lorsan Adabar. This is Lorsan Adabar.
Attaboy.
No, that's the horse.
Nah.
Is this just being seen on the stream? Or
Yes.
Yeah,
unfortunately. This also?
Unfortunately, I can't really show anything that's on the stream to you guys unless you watch the actual live stream on YouTube.
Can you put the pictures on Discord?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Send those. All right.
Okay, I'm good.
So while it's loading, guys, just you're off the boat now.
I guess we'll head into we know each other, I trust.
No, you do not.
No.
Going as
You
a
guys
group,
have have never met each other before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why I said on a
Even
separate
while we're on
boat
the
to
boat,
their
we
side. No. You arrived on a separate boat. You came from the mainland. They came from another continent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you've never met these guys
Well,
before.
then I guess I'll go into the festival area and inquire from the local people what's the subject of the festival and why, what, where, whom type of situation.
All right.
Also inquire.
Uh-oh. For those at home, Tom is essentially on a cruise right now, so he's way, way out there right now, which means his internet is a little bit wonky. As you can see from him freezing right here. Hey, he's back. Tom, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, you froze for a second. All right, so Grimshaw
My internet thinks it's good.
Grimshaw and Lorsan.
Yeah.
Do you also head into forward into the town, or do you take a second?
Well, I'm going to find a healer at this point. I need it. My bones are still jelly.
Well, is there a stable nearby?
Roll intelligence check.
Okay.
It's really busy with the with the festival going on. So.
And I'll make inquiries as to where the Portwell house is in Ingram.
Alright. Oh. We got comments! People are commenting! Nice! Hey guys! So we have Red and Hayden Scott. Nice to meet you guys. How are you doing?
Okay. I'm doing fine.
Oh, are you one of them?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Which one are you, so I know which one is which?
I am Hayden.
Okay, sweet. Hi, Red! It is nice to meet you. Alrighty. So, first thing, Tia, what'd you roll?
I got an 11.
11? Alright. So it's hard to tell from the crowd, but given where the like the different ships are bringing some of the livestock, like they have some goats they're bringing around, you're kind of getting an idea of the general area where the animals should be. But at the same time, you also do know that Grimshaw is a little bit wounded. He needs to find a healer.
Well, my horse comes first, so...
True, but you have the there's a little voice in your head telling you that you need to set a meeting place before you'd separate.
Okay, is there an inn nearby that we can see from here?
Let me pull it up real quick.
Are you talking to Grimly or are you talking to me?
I'm talking to Lorson.
Grimly.
One second, let me get to the district.
I've never been so insulted and so laughably enjoyed by the fact that he is now akin to Gimli.
You do not see an inn in the immediate area. No, you do see a sign for a tavern. The Bouncing Gold Tavern.
I can sleep there.
Alright, then I guess Grimshaw and I will meet at that tavern after we're done with our separate
Alright,
ways,
cool.
I guess.
So you separate off in order to go get your horse in a stable taken care of. Grimshaw is looking for a healer, and Troxel, you said you went to the people and started inquiring about the festival, right?
The festival in the Portwell house.
All right. So first things first, festival. So you walk up to one of the people. They immediately recognize your status with your outfit, and they give you the proper greetings. And upon your question, they answer immediately, saying, essentially they're having the Ocean Festival. So it's a festival they have every now and then, like a monthly occasion, where they celebrate the ocean and the ocean god. And by the end of it, they pray for safe passage and, security. So they're kind of like in the middle of the festival at the moment.
And the festival lasts how long?
About a week. So you have about 5-6 days left in the festival.
Okay.
As for asking where the Portwell house is, they tell you that there's a keep over in that direction. So they say pointing in the general area, telling you the fastest route to get there. And they tell you that really the only Portwell there is the knight. The knight is essentially the town's governor.
Okay. So, okay. So, well, I guess I'll buy myself some early morning, afternoon, evening. What time of day?
It is currently morning.
I was gonna say it's always time for bacon.
No, well.
Lorsan, you are
still
frozen on my end.
Still morning. I'll make my way to the Portwell house, asking for direction from multiple people until I find it.
Lorsan, I think you're frozen on the stream.
She is.
I mean, it seems fine to me.
It's gonna seem fine on your end.
I'm watching the stream. You're frozen.
Oh, well.
I can't see Tia at all.
Oh, there we go. All right, so Troxel, you're getting some food and looking for the keep, right?
Correct.
All right, Grimshaw, you are searching for what are you looking for? A cleric or a medic?
A cleric would probably be able to heal faster.
Okay, so you're looking for
medic. I'd still have to take a night off.
Let's see here. It's the government district. So you're looking for a shrine or temple, essentially.
Yes. Do I need to roll for that?
Roll intelligence check to try and locate the shrine. It's gonna be an easy roll because, like, given that it's a festival to the ocean gods, it'll be easy to spot.
I rolled a 7. Let me pull up my character sheet because I never have that actively opened. One of these days I'm gonna be smart enough to keep that open. We will get there, Red. I promise we will get there. If not by me, by Lorsan. Red craves chaos.
I can see that, yeah.
Do I not have that? Downloads. I'm just gonna say I rolled a 7 because I don't think I have a modifier for that. It's either a 7 or a 6 though. Yeah, it's a 7.
All right. So you're having a little trouble navigating the place and looking for stuff. And given the fact that you're shambling and struggling to move without wincing from the strain, having a little bit of an issue.
I am missing 2 points of health. How much issue could I be having?
Oh my gosh.
Sound like I was kicked in the ribs by a horse.
Welcome, Nick White. Nice to see you join us. Alright. So, while Grimshaw's getting lost...
Yeah! It begins!
Well, while you're getting lost, yeah. Because you are basically lost at this point. There's so much going on, so much noise, so many people. So there's music in the streets. Like there's all sorts. It's a festival. Everyone's having a great time.
Except for Grimshaw.
Except for Grimshaw.
No, Grimshaw's even having a great time. He's looking at all the people he can strong arm.
Oh Lord. Yeah. Well. Let's see here. So, while you're getting lost, you feel a tap on the shoulder and turn around to look at the half dwarf who helped heal you on the boat. There's like, are you getting?
What's his name again?
Grodin Craigrod.
If I remember correctly, I don't remember him actually healing me. I just remember him.
True, but you do remember them on the boat.
Yes, I do remember him from the boat.
So yeah, so they see you and they're like, "Excuse me, but you seem lost."
You know how it is in a new town. You get lost in these places, but you wouldn't happen to know where the church is. I'm kind of feeling a little bit under the weather still.
There's like, Well, I assume it would be where the Holy District. I asked for directions, so I know the general route. There's also a shrine nearby if you're in a rush.
Shrine would probably work better. I mean, it's faster.
All right. They point to the most heavily decorated place.
How did I miss it? How?
Well, given you're a dwarf in a mostly human town and everyone's pretty much huge to your eyes, it's kind of hard to see past all of them.
Staring waist high the entire time. I get it. So I get it.
They're just like, now be careful not to get more injuries.
No promises. Apparently, the person I've been traveling with needs the protection, and I have to be the shield. Pays good though.
Alright. Well, stay safe. I'm going to see the temple.
You as well.
Alright, with that they depart. Oh, and for the record, we're gonna have it where Lana's character is going to just kind of hang around this town and play music for people. So that's how she'll be out of the campaign. Just chilling. Making a living.
Take that back, Red. Grimshaw may be short, but he's still taller than you when you have 0 HP.
Just so we're getting on record, how tall is Grimshaw? About 4 feet?
Yeah, he's like 4'1" or somewhere around there.
Troxel,
So he's not like...
Troxel is 5'11". And Lorsan is... How tall is Lorsan?
6 foot.
There it is.
Yep.
So the half-orc is the tallest in the group.
Nick, while I want to say yes, he's a...
No. Nor do I see her.
Well, yes, I would love to agree with Nick saying that he is a good being. I have many reasons why he's not. So many war crimes.
Alright. So, Grimshaw has found his shrine. He's about to head inside there. Troxel, are you... So you're gonna stop by a place to get food first, and then head over to the keep, right?
Actually, I'm gonna head over to the keep immediately.
Immediately,
I'll
okay.
come back for lunch if the port wells won't feed me.
Okay. Alright, so... Let's go... Grimshaw, let's go ahead and finish yours before moving on to Lorsan again. So you head into the shrine. It's heavily decorated with a lot of nautical themed stuff, a lot of blue and green decorations. You know, just it's for the festival celebrating the ocean god. And from what you can tell, this shrine is to the ocean god. So
This place screams Disney villain all over it.
Alright, so let's see here.
And I walk over to a person who looks somewhat in charge. Better yet, I walk over to one of the fucking disciples. One of the newest looking person. He looks like he's scrubbing the floor.
Alright.
And I'm gonna ask
You see someone sweeping the floor, you walk up to them.
My guy, I've been grievously injured on my last trip across the sea. I need you to heal me. It has to be you.
Roll a charisma check. I want to see what happens with this.
Charisma or intimidation?
You can do intimidation if you want. That just means you want to roll a lower roll. And remember, D100.
Oh yeah, D100. I'm sitting here with a 20 in my hand. Where am I? 27.
All right, yeah, you scare him. So he's just like, I'm not. I can't. But every time he tries to, Yeah, every time he
Brother,
tries to
you
say
need to-
something, you interrupt him.
Brother, you need to help. Look at me.
Everyone else in the temple automatically like starts looking at you as you're causing a scene. People like the civilians are just kind of like backing up while the staff are like,
shaking him.
"Hey, go get the cleric." Second layer, a human cleric like rushes over and they're just like, "Excuse me, hi, is there an issue?"
Yes,
As they
I'm
try to get
still
your hands off
bleeding
of him.
because the ocean god didn't like dwarves.
The ocean god didn't like dwarves. If we ever have merch, I really need
That on a shirt.
yeah, that I was gonna say that. Tom, I'm getting 2 inputs from you.
What's that?
I'm getting 2 inputs from you. Oh, there we go.
Okay, and
There
I
we
can
go.
now see Tia. And I can actually hear you guys better. I tried it again
All
to
right,
get
all
on, so I'm good.
right, gotcha.
This poor disciple just got scared shit.
Oh yeah, they did. So yeah, the clerics just kind of like they hear you and they're just like, okay, they're like, all right, show me the wound, and you eventually move over to show them. They can see that it's been closed up, but it's still a little bit damaged in there, and they're just like, okay, relax, you're not gonna die, it's fine. Okay.
Ripshaw just completely just changes demeanor. He's like, I'm perfectly fine. Can you just patch it up a little bit better so I can help other people?
They're just like, please don't cause a disturbance. All right. If you need help,
It's too
come to
late for
us.
that.
It's too late for it now, but they're also trying to stop it from happening again. They're just like, please don't do it again. If you do this again, the guards might get involved, and no one wants that.
Aw.
So just try and take it lightly. Don't scare the poor boy. He's just minding his own business, just doing his job. Now, I can
Handled it
cast
well.
a spell for you, but that will cost money because we have to keep things running here. Although I can give you a discount because of the festival.
Isn't that how everything works, though? Yeah, you're gonna heal me. Because I tried to save someone's life. But you gotta keep your business running. How much is it?
They say, first things first, don't insult me. I can tell that you're not dying anytime soon. I can tell you've already been treated to your wounds. And that you're in the last recovery stage. So you only need...
Who said anything about insulting you? I was being dead serious.
They tell you that, they can tell that you've been healed recently. And that it's not a serious wound. And so, normally they'll give people who are in death's bed, like, severe wounds, they'll give them first treatment and heal them for free. If you try and if you want to get healed and you're like perfectly fine or only nearly damaged, that's gonna cost you money. And to answer your question, it'll cost you about 50 gold.
That's something I don't have.
I'm sorry, 10 gold. My bad.
I was gonna
Okay, I was
say,
about to
50
say.
gold's a lot
Yeah,
for a spell.
that's a lot
mean-
of money.
I forget that it costs more for like magic. Magic user spells cost more than cleric spells because clerics are usually trying to help people out. So yeah, for cure light wounds, it'll be 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, like 15. Do I want to spend the 10 just to get
You're
2
better
points of
off
health?
just- well,
Yeah. I think I'll take my chances with just the rest at this
you're
point.
better off healing.
I mean, you only need 2. You need 2 points of health left, and they can and cure light wounds heals 1 to 8. So there's a good chance you're gonna get full health back.
Yeah. But you're talking about my chances and dice rolls.
I'm the one who rolls the health.
I know. Still, I think I'll just take my chances. I only need 2 health points. I only need a small scrape, and there's gotta be someone in here who needs it more than me. But I had fun scaring your boy.
Alright, well just remember, in order to gain 1 point of HP, naturally, you have to be bedridden for a full day.
Bro. Okay. I can deal with that. We'll find a way around it.
Alright. Lorsan, you get your horse hooked up, you get back to the tavern, and Grimshaw is essentially there waiting for you.
Already drinking.
Alrighty. Let me see.
I'll get back to you guys in a second. Truxel. Can you hear me?
I'm still on the way. Yes, easily. Everything's working well now.
Alright, we're getting static on our end, but... let's see here.
I'm not getting any static on my end.
Da-da-da-da-da. I'm assuming it's because on my end I'm streaming it, so there's a lot more heavy traffic going on. So you're essentially looking for
still on my way to the portal house.
Yeah, you're looking for the government district. So you eventually reach a point where for the sake of trying to get the group together for once, so that we can do this as a group, I'm gonna say as you're making your way there, you run into Grimshaw halfway through.
Oh no.
Not like physically run into each other, but you guys notice one another.
You basically that's good. So I'll basically stop at the tavern then.
I can't hear you at all, dude.
Yeah,
he's. It's so.
That might be his internet.
Well, he's saying that he can hear us perfectly clear.
No, I can hear you perfectly clear.
But we can barely hear you at all.
Whatsoever.
Yeah, but it's chopping, so it's probably a packet loss on.
So unless he's
increase the volume, does that help?
Volume isn't the issue. It's we may be coming clear on your end, but you're very choppy, very laggy, very staticky.
Might be the outbound.
I just don't understand how it should be so. Huh.
It's coming in decent now. I mean, the picture on his camera is a little bit fuzzy, but that's normal.
Alright, let's try this again. So, Troxel, what we're going to do is your character runs into Grimshaw as you're heading towards the keep, and he's heading back to the tavern. We're going to have you guys meet that way.
Okay.
Grimshaw,
okay.
Grimshaw, I'm
going to...
You're shoehorning it.
Well, I'm kind of hoping, I'm kind of like...
Yeah.
I'm going to reach out to you and ask you for, to do something that catches his character's attention.
I mean, I could trip a little kid. I mean, it's not without the wheelhouse.
Preferably not in a negative way, but whatever works for you.
No. What I'll do is I'll start going to the
tavern, but yeah.
Market Street, and looking down, and as people are wandering around, I'm gonna try and get someone arrested for stealing.
Oh, fun.
And how are you gonna do that?
You don't have to do that.
Oh no, it's something I don't have.
Yeah, Troxel, he doesn't have to, but he definitely wants to.
This is definitely a Grimshaw thing. So he's looking around, and he's looking at people kind of picking things up, putting them down, looking at their stuff. And he's gonna try and find someone who's just holding on to something a little bit too long. Every single time. As soon as he picks out that one person, it could be an apple, it could be a sword from one of the weapon shops. But he's gonna go over to that person, grab their arm, and go, "You're trying to steal this, aren't you? You've been looking around way too shifty. and just keep trying to put into the shopkeeper's head that the person's trying to steal the weapon, or the person's trying to steal the apple.
We're gonna go with figurine, and okay.
Even better, he's trying to steal the anime figures.
Roll a charisma check.
You know what, we're gonna go next shiny math rock down. 29.
Ooh.
Shopkeeper looks at you and says, "Sir, can you please let go of my customer?"
He's.
Ah.
It was worth a shot. Sir, I don't know what you're talking about. Clearly, he's been looking to steal this. You can't see it in his eyes.
Sir, please, leave my business alone. Go bother someone else.
And this was a figurine, not like a weapon shot.
Well, I see this, and I go up to Grimshaw and I say, "You appear to be a fighter type. Are you available to be hired as a guard?" Did you hear that?
Yeah. What are you willing to pay?
I'm willing to pay 2 gold per day.
2 gold per day
Correct.
to guard a human. My last one was paying me 5.
Well,
Listen, kid.
This appears to be a very safe place.
I'd like to clarify that for any location, 1 gold per day is already a lot for most people. So him saying, "My last person paid me 5 gold per day," that's stretching it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow, I'm looking for someone to hire. If you're interested, I intend to visit some of the ruins on this island and some of the cave networks. I'm seeking information on that, and I intend to get some relatively shortly. But if you're interested in joining me as a guard, I would be interested.
And what interest in these cave systems do you actually have?
I'm looking for historical objects. I'm looking for treasure. I'm looking for information.
We're
I
going
suspect that
colonial
I expected some of those ruins or caves might be occupied by undesirables.
3 gold. I'll go. We'll try and get a third person, at least. From there, yeah, I'll go.
3 gold. Um, 2.5 gold.
So in other words,
That's very
in other words, 2 gold, 10 silver.
2 gold, 10 silver per day.
You got yourself a deal.
Good. I'm heading to the Portwell House, the nobles that run this town, and I intend to seek information in terms of which of the first ruins that we should explore. Where are you staying?
Currently, the tavern.
Which, the tavern and inn are two completely
me-
separate things.
Let me walk with me to the tavern, so that I know where you find you, and then I'll head off to the Portwell House.
Well, before you guys walk off, Grimshaw remembers his actually helpful, companion from earlier. the half-orc, and that they were supposed to meet at the tavern.
That's exactly why I said the tavern.
Well, he doesn't know that you have a companion yet.
I know.
I have no idea that you have a companion. I'm just looking to go to the tavern to know where the tavern is, because this is the first time that I've been to this town.
But I don't have to tell him that. Who said anything about me telling him about my partner? I just said I'm staying at the tavern.
I know. Well, he's saying that he's planning to go to the Tom is saying that he's planning to go to the Portwell house. So unless you tell him of your partner, he's assuming that you guys are just going to go straight there.
Yeah. Well, no. He said he wants to go to the tavern first.
Gotcha. I missed that somehow. All
right.
I
can come back and pick you up.
Gotcha.
Tomorrow morning. I intend to go to the Portwell house, and
I
expect to be, as a noble, I expect to be treated appropriately.
You have a great day, Red. Thank you for joining us. Spread the word. I'm desperate to get people to watch this.
In terms of both information and both information about the island, and also an exchange of information from where I'm coming from with regard to the cities and the state of the government.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that I have information they would be interested in also.
Mm-hmm.
An exchange of information.
Right.
That makes sense.
All right. So with that, you guys start heading over to the tavern. Lorsan.
Yep.
You gotten yourself a seat. You're contemplating about, the different foods, and of course, which over half the menu that is discounted and all that kind of stuff is the seafood, because that's the theme of the festival. And while you're contemplating the menu,
well, actually, I'm not gonna eat any of it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. While you're eating your food for the day, you see Grimshaw walk in, along with the wealthy-looking human.
So basically, I'm with Grimshaw. I'll basically say, "Oh, this looks like a fine tavern. What's the name of the tavern again?"
I'm getting to that. So the tavern
actually asked.
The tavern is called the Bouncing Gold Tavern. You see that there's mostly humans in here, but there is what you can see. What do you call it? A wood elf, and then there's also someone else wearing like a cloak in the corner, trying to eat by themselves. The guy who seems to be running the place looks like he's a Dracon. Looks like it's specifically a blue-scaled Dracon.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'll basically say, okay, Grimshaw, I know where you're at. I'll pick you up tomorrow morning, and we'll head off to whatever particular ruin that we decide to go to. And
sounds good.
So,
I'll look for a third person.
Okay. So I'll take off and go to the Portwell house.
All right.
He's not going to introduce me to his friend.
Don't need to yet.
All right, so Grimshaw, you immediately notice your half-orc friend with the cool hat sitting down, waiting for you.
Yep.
Nah, I'm just ignoring them, just eating my food.
Okay.
This is gonna be great.
So, can I get to the Portwell house and do my business there?
Yep.
Okay. So which Portwell person happens to be in attendance at the Portwell house in Ingram?
Well, first things first. When you follow the directions and you don't see a house, you see a keep. So in other words, a small castle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. So I'll go into the keep, tell the guards that I'm interested in seeing the master of the keep.
Yes, he does, Nick. Yes, he does.
And I will ask for an escort.
They immediately recognize your heraldry, and they immediately give you an escort. And they lead you directly to the knight. And
Okay.
so they explain to you as they walk that currently the only Portwell member is a knight. So there's like not much of the family here. It's pretty much him, and then his small force of soldiers. Oh, sorry, militia, as well as whatever staff he has chosen on hand.
Does the knight have a name?
Sir Adrian.
Okay. Okay. So
They take you to the
when
great.
they take me to,
Yeah, I'm getting it. Yeah, they take you to the Great Hall, where he is currently at, as he is overseeing everything. You see several large tables have been set up. There's a lot of food everywhere. A lot of people, mostly upper and middle class, but also a lot of lower class individuals who are just kind of gathering and feasting, having merriment. And he, of course, is at the raised platform with his own personal table and with his staff. He appears to be like he's not wearing his armor, but he is wearing his tabard, which shows off his heraldry, so you can actually see it. Essentially, his heraldry is a tyrkid in pale pattern with orange, plum, and then orange again colors, as well as a black chief. And the charges include orange roundels on the chief, a black column on the purple pattern, and then a black bridge under the column. Yeah. He looks to be about middle-aged. Very strong, very well fit, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 people at the table alongside him.
okay. I'll go up and introduce myself.
Oh, you don't have to. Your escort introduced you.
Good morning, sir. I'm Truxell Crandall, and I'm visiting your island, and came here to exchange information with you and perhaps partake of your hospitality.
So the knight just kind of like pauses in his feasting, kind of like looks up at you, and he kind of like gestures for his staff to stop pouring drink, stands up for a second and gives like a slight bow and goes, "Well met, Mr. Candle. What was you asked for again?"
Oh, information and exchange of information and hospitality.
All right. He says, "Well, unfortunately, I shall have to give you the first one latter and the latter one first. As you can see, we are already we're already in the throes of merriment.
Right.
So why not participate with us? And we can speak business later on." He kind of like looks over to. Yep.
Very much enjoy that.
He looks down to a He looks down to a 10-year-old boy that's right beside him, kind of like gestures for him to move, and he takes his plate, moves, and gestures for you to take a seat beside him.
I will do
Making
so.
the kid move.
Making the kid I was about to trip move.
Okay. So we'll engage in basically
Merriment. Feasting, talking,
enjoyment of
drinking.
Enjoyment of the festivities.
Yep.
For as long as
They last today.
where Adrian is interested. Yes, as long as they last.
All right. We're going to pause there real quick and go over to Grimshaw and Lorsan so they can have their conversation. So Grimshaw, how do you approach Lorsan, who appears to be eating honey-covered apples?
Pig eating an apple. Anyway. I never caught your name, bud. What's your name?
Lorsan.
I don't remember ever actually exchanging names. Lorsan, I got a deal for you.
Okay.
You saw that noble I walked in with, right?
Yeah, he looked very rich.
Very rich. Could smell the money pouring off him. It's already overpaying me for guard duty. How would you like to get paid to be a guard, to work for him as a guard for a little while, and then when we're done with him, we might relieve him of the rest of his money.
You know, it sounds like a plan to me.
Sounds good. Well, I proffer a hand to shake on the deal. We're totally going to.
Lorsan. Actually, let me send you a message.
Yep.
Yes, please.
There we go. Alright, so you guys shake hands.
Yep, we do.
Alrighty. So, what do you, out of curiosity, what do you guys do while the day's going on?
I don't see any problems with joining the merriment.
Alright. Lorsan? Are you going to join the merriment, or are you going to do something else?
Let's see. Well, I don't have any money to spend on anything.
That's why you're eating apples.
Well, is there a quiet place in the inn where I can meditate?
Not in the tavern. You would have to look for meditation. You would want to look for a shrine or a temple.
Okay, then I guess I'm going to a shrine.
All right. While you're headed for the shrine, Truxel. Actually, no. Let me go ahead and finish Lorsan, because it's going to take a while for the merriment to end. So the closest shrine is going to be to the god of the oceans. That's the one that Grimshaw went in.
God of the ocean still hates dwarves.
So you go in there, ask for a place to meditate, and they lead you to a room where you can meditate. They just tell you may or may not have as much success if you're not worshiping the god of oceans. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
So you sit there and meditate for the rest of the day. Troxel. Hours go by and you enjoy merriment with the other leaders. From the conversations you've heard, essentially, there's a couple of things going on. Not only is the festival going on, but it's also essentially the yearly, what do you call it? Hold on, It's also the yearly demonstration from the Mage Association, who are trying to collect more interest in magic from people who are not interested, or just trying to spark that, get it going. It's clear that the knight isn't really that, he doesn't hate it, but he also doesn't care for it. He's just indifferent about it. Along with the knight himself, you also found out that the 10-year-old is the knight's squire. Also attending the table is the advisor, court cleric, and the court wizard.
And the jester.
No, the jester's running around the grand hall entertaining everyone.
Okay.
Damn, I'm not there.
Over the course of the day, I'll speak to each of them, getting to know them in terms of their what their names are, what their interests are, etc. And I'll also ask, upon hearing about the interest in the magic users, I'll ask for a name and a location to interact with them.
1 second. So, going down the list, the squire's name is Mary. The advisor is Verilon. He is human, but he's not Arisen, or in other words, white-skinned. He is a Noan, which is essentially dark-skinned, black. The court cleric's name is Morval, another human Arisen, and then the court wizard is Lydia, and she is a human Arisen as well.
Okay, so. Okay, got it. So, in terms of Lydia, I'll ask if there's an organization or a guild of magicians in the city.
She tells you that there's the Mage Association, which your character is familiar with.
Okay.
They essentially, the association is trying harder to get people interested in magic and joining their guild here than on the mainland, because they have a better chance at it. Just because they get a whole bunch of people from out of town, and therefore there's a lot less strictness and magic is evil kind of focus.
I'll tell Lydia that I'd be happy to join the guild on the island, and I'll tell her that I'm here, in effect, to explore some of the ruins, and I'd like to. My understanding is there's 5 different ruins on the island, and I'd like her input on which of the ruins gives best opportunity for gain, and I don't want to say least opportunity of threat, but something that I can come back from as opposed to getting myself killed.
Well, she tells you that there are 5 popular ruins, but there are way more ruins than that. You'll see a little bit here and there throughout the island. Of the 5 you're talking about, she recommends visiting the monument. No one's really sure what it is. It's impossible for most people to read. They haven't gotten an expert in town yet, so they have not been able to research the ruins really. She also tells you that there is an obscure ruin that's kind of buried in the rolling hills and the mountains. It's basically a fortress or castle that is a ruin. It's like unusable, but at the same time, a lot to explore there. It's not just like just a single damage or.
I'm sorry. On the map, where is it located?
Hold on. Let me send a picture of the map for.
I have the map. I'm looking at it right now.
I know that. I'm showing the audience real quick as well.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Let me pull it up real quick. All right. So, let's see here. You see where the where Crystal Lake is? It's Castle Mentis.
Crystal Lake. Okay, got it. Okay, I asked Lydia. I trust you haven't been there before. What rumors have you heard about it?
Oh, there's all sorts of rumors. No one really knows where it originated. Some claim it came from a war. Some claim that it was. There are some people who want to believe that it came from the Age of Empires, the era of empires. And then some people just say it was just another castle that just got disused after after like the landmass split and the island became a thing. There are all sorts of tales from it. She doesn't really know which ones are true, which ones are false.
Okay. I don't have any idea. How big is the island relative?
Actually,
in terms of distance from Deer Glen to Castle.
There is one more rumor that she almost forgot about. She said there was a rumor of someone complaining about stuff happening at the castle, some kind of curse, but she had been around the area many times and she did not recognize any kind of curse, so she doesn't know what's going on. And they've been too busy with the festival to really investigate anything, so.
Okay, what's the distance to Castle Mendes from Irglen?
Let me pull it up. D&D maps.
And I take it to get there, you have to go across the bridge at south of Hildren.
Crossing the bridge is the most ideal way, yeah, if you don't want to take a dive in water. Let's see.
Okay.
Or sink like stones.
Question.
Oh,
Where's the map?
You guys have not seen it yet because your characters don't have access to it. He's the only one who's getting this information right now.
Yeah, we don't know anything.
Okay.
So from what I can tell, it looks to be about, let's see if 7.5 miles.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's less than a day trip.
If you're riding on a horse, then yeah.
Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. Super. So I'll convey answer any questions that any of Sir Adrian's advisors or cleric or magic user have with regarding to the mainland. And if they can offer me a place to sleep, I'll start off the next morning back to the Bouncing Gold Tavern and pick up Grimly.
I love.
You keep calling me Grimly, aren't you?
That's your nickname now, Grimly.
Grimly, son of Grimshaw.
I'm sorry. What's Grimshaw?
Grimshaw, yeah.
Grimshaw.
Okay.
Grimly works now.
Please keep saying Grimly.
No. I'm sorry, Grimshaw. I misheard your name. I mean, I don't speak Dwarven. You told me her name.
And I don't speak child. What do you mean?
Alrighty.
Okay, so I can pick him up, and then he's going to, I trust. You ready to go in the morning?
Yeah, I'll be ready to go. So
Well,
And you introduced me.
So what'll happen is you're gonna come in. I'm gonna come over to you as soon as I notice you walk through the door. I'm kind of gonna be waiting for you. I'll be like, look,
Okay.
I found a guy. He wants $1.50 gold. Didn't tell him how much you were paying me. I told him he was gonna pay you gold, but because you're with me, it's $1.50 gold. Sound good?
An absolute bargain. So let me go and meet that person, assuming that I can, assuming that the person is as reputable or as valuable as you make them out to be.
100% worth every little gold you're gonna spend on her. Him. I misgendered the pig.
Okay. Lord. Okay, so Lord San is a male half-orc.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Yep, that's right.
And to clarify for the audience, in case the picture did not give it away, orcs in this world are pig orcs. They have snouts. They look like pigmen. They look like pigmen, essentially.
Yep.
They're not.
Okay.
They're not your hot orcs or the masculine orcs from World of Warcraft or nothing like that. They are pig orcs. They're supposed to look ugly.
It's
Moving on.
fantastic
I have.
because of the pig jokes.
I come over and I introduce myself. I'm Troxel Crandall. I hear your name is Lorsan. I'm very interested in hiring you. I'm going to be exploring some ruins, and
That's one way to look at it, Nick.
Pay you a gold and a half per day, and I'd like to leave now. If you have a horse, it's about 7.5 miles to the west, I guess, by horse and road, etc., across the bridge near the Crystal Lake. Have you been near the Crystal Lake?
I have not been to this island before.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay. So, I guess, is that satisfactory with regard to the arrangement? You basically keep me alive because I'm very poor offensively.
Very fragile.
Very fragile. But I have lots of other positive attributes. So,
Like?
I'm a magic user. I can detect magic. So if we find some
Ah,
magic
you're one
items,
of those.
Didn't tell me that.
The symbol on his outfit also opens many doors.
yes. Well, let me just say, I know that there's some difficulty amongst the populace with varying degrees of positivity or negativity towards magic users, but I assure you that I look after both the common good and the people that are in my employ. So you can expect fair treatment and I think a bright future. So let's see what we can do. Do you have a horse? My horse is outside. I'm ready to go whenever you're ready.
I do, yes. Though, DM.
Okay.
Yes.
Was I able to regain my spell that I used in the last session?
Yes. At the moment, you only have one spell, so yeah, you're able to recover it.
Okay.
Once you hit
Then yes.
yeah.
Okay. So Grimshaw and Lorsan, we'll go out of the tavern. I trust you've had breakfast, and we'll get moving towards do our 7.5 mile trek on. What kind of roads are they? On the map it shows a dotted line. Is that a dirt road?
For the
I would
most part, it's a
expect,
dirt
or-
road. They haven't had the funds or resources or time to actually put down pavement or anything like that yet. So for the most part, it's dirt road.
Okay.
They're
So
making asphalt
11.5 miles
roads.
on horses. We should be able to do that in a couple of hours and get there before noon. And I'll tell Grimshaw and Lorsan that this is known as Castle Mensis.
Mentis.
Mensis. M-E-N-T-I-S. Mensis. And it's a very old castle, and people really don't know where it came from or who built it. And there's very little information on who, if any, inhabitants inhabit it. So we'll put our horses up to the gate. Can we go into a courtyard? What's the state of the ruins of the castle?
So we're not jumping there just yet. If you're trying to we're not fast traveling there yet.
There is no fast travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pump the brakes. Take your time. We'll get there. The entire
Okay.
the entire island is a module, so we will get there. Let's just take this a little bit slower.
Okay, that's fine. I had assumed from Sir Adrian talking to him that the roads were safe. Is that my?
They're decent.
Am I going to find that
they're
true?
decently safe. But if you because I assume you guys spoke after the feasting was done, he would have told you that the area around Castle Mentis is less civilized because that's not the main road out there. That's a side road you can go to explore the ruins, but that's not a civilized area. So essentially, the idea is you would want to go to what was it? 1 second.
I know you're saying Mentos, but every time I'm hearing Mentos, and now I'm thinking just don't bring Coke.
Oi.
Castle Mentos. Consistently at war with Castle Coke.
It's minty fresh.
Alright. So he's suggesting you stop by Hilden on the way there, because they'll probably have more up-to-date rumors and information about what's going on around there, and if there's any monsters in the area.
Is that a
Okay,
village?
so
Hilden.
take us 1 hour. to get to
Hildin.
Hilden. Yeah, it's basically directly to the east, up the coast from Irgalen.
All right. Is Hilden a town, a village?
It's a village.
Okay.
He does recommend enjoying the festival before going off. You have time. There's no rush to go there. But
Well,
whatever you prefer. He's just making a recommendation.
Yeah, I think that I'm very interested in getting to Castle Menthis.
All right.
You know. Does he have anybody that we should speak to in Hildren?
He doesn't have anyone personally in Hildren. Hildren's just a village on the map for him. Most of his focus is on the town and trying to get the economy up and running.
Okay.
He actually has a meeting in a few days with a merchant who's hoping to who's essentially hoping to set up a trade route. You guys actually spoke to her last week, last session.
Between whom and whom?
Hang on.
Between
Is
what?
it?
Well, essentially, they're trying to establish a route for their merchant, their merchant family / business. So the merchants essentially trade with various countries and continents, and they want to add this island to that list.
Is it Beedrick Trugist? I don't know
believe
how
so,
you say
yeah.
her name.
Hold on, let me... Wrong one. Got so many documents. Up. What was the name again?
Beedrick, Bedrict, and then her last name is Trugust.
Bedrick
I don't know.
Trugust. Alright. Did you guys want to stop anywhere before heading out, or are you guys beelining for it?
Well, in the inn tavern, you mentioned like someone wearing a shadowy cloak all by themselves. Are they still there?
Yes, they did come by. They did come back for dinner. So
Oh,
Troxel,
it's nighttime.
by the time he came back to you. Well, no, all right. It's the morning. So yeah. So Troxel, we're gonna say we're still in the tavern, and you guys are discussing like where to go and all that kind of stuff. And Lorsan, you spotted the person in the cloak again.
Okay. What are they doing?
Right now, they're just eating. Their cloak is like obscuring their entire face. They have gloves on, so you can't really see anything. They're just minding their own business and eating in the corner.
All right. Is there anything that stands out about them?
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay. Nope. I see nothing. I got a 1.
She sees her shoes.
You see a
Yes.
black cloaked figure moving on.
Well, you know what? I want to go talk to them.
I want to talk to the creepy guy in the corner.
Yes.
All right. So you go over there and walk over to them.
Okay.
They
How
seem
do they react my beautiful visage?
well. They can hear/feel you approaching, and it looks like they're kind of like pulling in a little bit more just so you don't see them as they try and focus on eating. So now you're basically standing over them, and they're just like this.
Breathing heavily.
Are they wearing a hood?
Yeah, like I said, they're wearing a hood which is obscuring their face.
All right. I want to just.
Pull the hood back slowly.
Yep. Yes.
Slowly or fast?
Slowly.
Good. I almost had a heart attack.
Sensually.
Okay. Roll a dex check.
Modified 20, 17 plus 3.
Jeez. Okay, so they essentially reach up to grab your hand, but what you essentially do is you let go of one hand and then grab it with the other and keep pulling enough to see that they're a Nephilim.
Hi.
Are we watching this go down?
I don't know, Troxel, were you watching Lorsan when he stood up and started walking to the corner person?
I mean,
Had I already had my conversation with Lorsan and
Yeah.
hired him,
Yes.
Yes.
yeah, then I would be watching.
Okay, so you guys don't see what Lorsan saw, but you do see the person like stiffening up and looking very anxious as they held their hood up a little bit. So she's like, please let go, please let go, please let go, please let go. Don't let anyone see me, please.
Why?
At this point, she grabs the hood, just forces it down a little bit, and she's like, because people don't really like Nephilim, and I'm just trying
And
to
people
eat.
don't like half-orcs, and yet here I am.
And she's like, okay, that's good for you. I can't handle that kind of stress. Please. I'm just trying to eat
By
in
the way,
peace.
what's a Nephilim, just for general interest?
So basically, it's half human, half devil. In fifth edition, they're half demons. In my version, they're half devil. And it's not like, hey, one of my parents is a literal devil. It's, hey, way back when, our ancestors made a deal with the devils, and they gave us their blood. And now, anytime any of us Nephilim have kids, all of our kids are going to be Nephilim. So it's a bloodline.
It's like tieflings in effect.
Kind of, yeah. And the bloodline is forced down, so it basically overtakes all other genes.
Got it. Okay. Dominant.
There are 9
Fine.
there are 9 bloodlines of the Nephilim. So there's pride, wrath, lust, greed, envy, gluttony, sloth, deceit, and fear, if I'm remembering all of them correctly.
Okay, so we're watching this poor person just get accosted by a half-orc.
Pretty much, yeah.
Do I have a breakfast roll on my plate as we're sitting in this tavern?
I don't know, how much money did you spend for your food?
Probably about like 50 silver. Grimshaw's pretty.
Oh yeah, you definitely have a biscuit or something.
Yeah.
A lot. That much silver is gonna get you a hearty feast. Like,
Yeah. No, Grimshaw probably would. Grimshaw probably would get all that food for no reason other than to say he had it. So Grimshaw's gonna take his breakfast roll, kind of scrunch it up a little bit, and chuck it at Lorsan.
Lorsan, roll a dex check to avoid the hit. No. Actually, Grimshaw, roll to hit versus Grimshaw's AC. Lord
Can I
Sands
roll to
AC.
catch it?
Yes,
I
you
want to catch
can.
it, then chuck it back at him.
First Grimshaw roll.
I'm not hitting.
Aw.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, so essentially you aimed it like 2 feet over Lorsan, so it hits the wall.
And splat.
But that did get people's attention, and now the Nephilim is just like, oh no.
Laura said, leave the poor thing alone.
You
They
see,
just
you
wanna
see her,
eat
you see her
peas.
shrinking into her seat now.
I just wanted to talk to her.
Yes, and she clearly didn't want to talk to you. Who'd want to talk to a pig?
So, someone's just kind of like, hey, tone it down. We won't have that racist stuff. Everyone's allowed here. Everyone's allowed to have fun.
I never
You got-
said that.
You know, you look over at you look over at who said that. It's the owner, the tavern owner, the Dracan, who is much bigger than you. He's actually he's bigger than your whole. He's taller than your whole party. He's essentially 7 feet tall.
Listen, he won't be taller than me when I take his knees out.
And in case anyone was clear, he's referring to when Lorsan called him a pig man, as that is basically a slur and racist comment for half-orcs.
I didn't call anyone a pig.
No.
call everyone.
I was referring to what Grimshaw said. Yeah. So he's saying like no racism, no slurs, no nothing. Everyone's like treat everyone nicely in my tavern.
Can I just like scrape the biscuit off the wall?
You can, and as you do, the owner looks over at you and says, "And please leave the customers be unless they want to have a conversation."
Can I just like check the biscuit? Back at Grimshaw.
Roll to hit,
Still got my bad roll out.
and don't forget your missile adjustment.
Well, I got 2.
This kid's not hitting anything.
So
Actually, no. I'm gonna roll percentile for this.
Oh no, you're gonna hit someone. We're
Right in the
gonna
face.
Oh no!
yeah.
Specifically, this was a drunk person who was already tipping his chair back, laughing at Grimshaw getting attacked by the owner. He gets hit in the face, goes like this, and then falls onto the ground.
Oh no, we're starting a food fight. Grimshaw has all the ammunition.
Yeah, that's not a good check. So one of his drunk friends looks down, looks at you, and says, "Bastard!" Picks up one of their food and throws it at you. Very poorly as it hits someone else.
Yes.
And then starts to go into so Troxel, you're essentially a nobleman in this fine establishment, are watching a food fight start.
It's just
I
with
was
bread.
trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice and get Lorsan away from the poor becloaked person.
How is the Nephilim reacting to all this, by the way?
The Nephilim's picking up
Oh,
her.
she's gone.
Yeah, the Nephilim's like scraping the food onto her hand and then walking out the establishment with
Hey, I wasn't
like this,
talking
just
to
like. They're just like scurrying and hurrying along out, trying to go for the door.
Aw.
The Dracan owner is just like, oh, for the love of all the gods.
Well, we can't. Listen, have any of us gotten hit yet?
No.
Okay.
With
Clearly
Grimshaw,
don't wanna-
being so short and Lorsan being literally against the wall, you guys are pretty much out of the way of fire as people are, and it's quickly escalating from food to other stuff. So.
Well, now we have to stop it because if they're going for the booze, that insults Grimshaw.
No, they're starting to get up and going over to one another.
Okay. As long
Hey,
as
you
the
want dinner
alcohol
to
didn't
show?
get touched, Grimshaw's gonna continue eating.
Okay, so while you continue eating, you, Lorsan, and Troxel watch as the Dracan walks around the bar, goes over to two people who are in the middle of fisticuffs, grabs them, pulls them, grabs them, knocks their heads together, and lets them fall to the floor. Everyone stops.
I approve.
If no one else has any problems, we're going to stop this nonsense. It's a festival. We're here to have fun, not fight.
I mean, that was
Save that
pretty
for
fun.
save that for the monsters. Do I make myself clear?
What's wrong with this humble food fight? They're the ones who got.
Are you saying that out loud?
No.
Okay. So with no other interruptions, he picks the two up, brings them outside, alerts the guards, and walks back into his establishment, and essentially has his helper start cleaning his stuff up while he serves more food.
Grimshaw's a little bit smarter than that.
All
You guys ready to go?
Yeah. Guess it is time we got out of here.
Yeah.
All right. So we're about. Let's see here.
About at the halfway mark right now.
Yeah, we're about the halfway mark, so we'll go ahead and do the intermission. So everyone, for those who don't know, we do a 15-minute intermission between, like, halfway through the actual session. So we're gonna take a 15-minute break. We'll get back to you guys, and we'll continue the adventure off. There we go.
Silence, a threatening song.
I smell the bones of an Englishman.
Fee-fi-fo-fum, crossbone swords and a bottle of rum. Heave-hi-ho-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirates scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. Salt on my tongue from the spray of the sea, drunk on the sun beating down on me, bound for a treasure that's never been seen, where dead men lay their bones. Blood on my hands from the pull of the rope, no wind in our sails so we have to row, and it's heave ho to the locker you'll go, where dead men lay their bones, where dead men lay their bones. Fee-fi-fo-fum, crossbone swords and a bottle of rum. Heave-hi-ho-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. Shapes in the shadows wanna swallow us whole. The roar of the kraken tries to pull us below, so it's heave ho to the locker we'll go, where dead men lay their bones. Captain Jack throws another one back. He finishes a bottle while we're breaking our backs, so it's I cap until we give him the sack, where dead men lay their bones. Fee-fi-fo-fum, crossbone swords and a bottle of rum. Heave-hi-ho-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. Way, hey, and up he rises. Way, hey, and up he rises. Way, hey, and up he rises. Crossbone swords and a bottle of rum. Heave-hi-ho-hum, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. From the dawning of the day to the drowning of the sun, no rest for the lily-livered pirate scum. Hoist the Jolly Roger!
is closing in, and the kiss of deadly silence has been placed upon my skin. For the code we're bound to follow, you have led my last crusade. Now we're swallowed by the city as it fades. I will shield you from the darkness when the walls around us quake. I will hold back all the monsters until my bones begin to break. And when I've lost, I'll have to leave you, and the tears that fall like rain. If I'm taken by the shadows, I will spare you from the pain. Requiem for sunlight, hide away now from the dark. To me the anger deep is calling, tearing me apart. Somehow the whispers do command me when the abyss has taken hold. Now carry on in glory when I grow cold. I will shield you from the darkness when the walls around us quake. I will hold back all the monsters until my bones begin to break. And when I've lost, I'll have to leave you, and the tears that fall like rain. If I'm taken by the shadows, I will spare you from the pain. Forsaking my vow to protect you. Oh, when these horrors face the father of the sinister. If the fight's over, I will sacrifice my mind, just to know you'll still be breathing when the years have been unkind. So continue on without me, guard my body and my fame. Keep a watch over the wasteland when the world forgets my name. I will shield you from the darkness when the walls around us quake. I will hold back all the monsters until my bones begin to break. And when I've lost, I'll have to leave you, and the tears that fall like rain. If I'm taken by the shadows, I will spare you from the pain.
Alright, welcome back, everyone. Alright.
It's good to be back.
So you guys are heading straight for Castle Mentis after this, right?
The danger zone, yes.
No, I thought we'd stop at a tavern village in
Well, yeah.
Hildren
Yeah.
and see if we can get any rumors on the way. Yes.
Alright, let me scroll ahead.
Look at him being the responsible adult of the group, gathering rumors while his 2 children are playing with their food.
Alright, so
It's no bless, no bleach.
as you guys are leading your horses out, you notice that Lorsan has a horse, Troxel has a horse, but Grimshaw has no horse.
Well, looks like you're walking.
Can you keep up, Grimshaw? We're not going to race around or anything like that, but you have the stamina to keep up.
I would hope so.
I'm sorry, did I say Grimshaw? I meant Lorsan. Yeah,
What,
but-
Grimly?
No,
Grimly?
Lorsan has his own horse. It's Grimshaw who doesn't have the horse.
Yeah, Grimshaw does not have a horse.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so Grimshaw, can you keep up?
I should be able to.
Good. Okay.
It's not like I haven't.
Dwarves are known to have high endurance. Okay,
Yes.
we'll continue on our horses to Hilden.
As you guys move through town, you notice a couple things. For one, you hear people talking about the Mage Association demonstration that's gonna happen soon. You also see a couple of people looking up and noticing not only Troxel and his very fancy getup, but also kind of whispering stuff about and pointing at the half-orc of the group.
I don't care. People stare at me all the time.
It's hard to take your eyes away from a train wreck.
As you move out of the town walls, you do notice the slums on the outside of it. They don't look too bad. They look like they're at least being kept up to maintenance. You're seeing a whole bunch of like huts, shacks, tents, that kind of stuff. You see like 1 or 2 like pit fires where people are just kind of sitting around there.
Who's living in those places?
The poor.
There's like, again, the population is mostly human, but you can see you can see a couple of people out here. Like there's some half-orcs. There's like a halfling or 2. You see a few elves, things like that.
I'll mention it to Sir Adrian the next time I see him.
Pretty sure he knows.
Near the farthest edge of the area, if you guys actually everyone roll an intelligence check.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, hell yeah.
16.
16.
All right. All of you notice, or all of you at least spot, like a couple, like off the passing glance, you notice that there's like a Nephilim off to the side near one of the buildings. Lorsan, you actually kind of like narrow your eyes and look very carefully, and you can see just kind of like hidden off the side, not just one Nephilim but 3, and one of them looks a little bit familiar.
Alright. Are they just standing there, or what are they doing?
It looks like for the most part, they're just trying to set up laundry and that kind of stuff. But it looks like they're stopping as one of them is giving them some food.
The one from the bar.
I mean, do they notice us riding by?
Nope.
No? Well, since I recognize her, I'm gonna say, hey, you.
You're gonna have to yell that because she's a little distance away.
That's okay.
Just immediate. You. You're the one that got away.
So you go, hey you! Getting Troxel and Grimshaw's attention, as well as the other people in the slums. The Nephilim looks over, they see you, and you can see...
Running.
You can see her red... You can see her red skin starting to turn a bit orange. As she immediately ducks into the shack.
Ah, come on.
Where the others just kind of like looking off, like being like following after her.
What did you do?
I did nothing.
You're traumatizing the poor girl. Even I know when to quit. God, is that what you pigmen do?
Unless you guys
Eating your
stop.
apples.
Unless you guys stop, I'm assuming you guys are moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Traumatizing.
You okay,
the poor-
Lorsan?
Lorsan wanted a girlfriend.
Haha.
Alright, so... Riding out, you can see a couple of farms. You're mostly seeing, like, wheat, beans, peas, carrots, turnips, that kind of stuff. You can see a couple of, you can see some fields with, like, goats. Mostly goats. There's also some sheep. Some chickens, things like that. Near the edge where the forest is starting, you actually see a hunter's lodge. So that's fun. After that, you're just kind of, like, on the road.
On the road again.
So my question is this, do you guys kind of walk in silence, or do you talk amongst yourselves?
I assume that we talk amongst ourselves.
I would assume that we have at
assuming-
least some sort of witty
assuming-
banter.
assuming that we have something to say. I mean, well, obviously, looking around, I don't want to be ambushed or anything like that. But I was told that it's relatively safe, at least until we get the building. So it's.
That's a
I
noble. It's
don't, I
never
don't
totally
expect.
safe.
I don't expect that we're on full alert.
All right.
There's festivities in the town.
All right.
There's festivities in the town, so there'd probably be a lot less bandits on the road simply because they know there's probably not goings in and outs, but I would never suggest that we are totally safe on the roads. There are not four walls and a roof above us.
Yeah.
Be at least aware.
All right.
Conversations are one thing.
So for the most part, it's actually a very quiet and uneventful trip. You see some like squirrels and hares. You see like wild goats in the distance. But for the most part, it's a pretty quiet trip.
Look, said, look, it's your girlfriend.
You're so funny.
Looks aren't everything.
The forest is starting to get a little bit more thick as the road's getting a little bit more bumpy as you're getting closer to the village. I want you guys to roll me.
Okay.
I want you guys to go ahead and roll me an intelligence check real quick.
13!
Well-
13, 12.
I get better than... The magic user is the least intelligent among us. How is this working? The bad rolls are a plague on our society.
So for an intelligence roll, I'm rolling a d20 and adding my modifier to it.
Correct.
Correct? Yeah, so.
Just bad luck.
What'd you
Yeah.
get, Lorsan?
I got a 19.
19? There we go. So, while Grimshaw and Troxel are kind of talking about some stuff, they're actually both talking about a little bit of nobility stuff and things, talking about that kind of thing. Politics.
Yeah.
While they're talking
You
about that,
apologize.
you're just kind of looking into the forest, and then you see something. You kind of like rub your eyes. You could have sworn you see a giant badger.
All right. Can I try and see if I can get a better look at it?
Oh no, you saw a good look at it, but it went back into the forest. Off the glance that you saw, you would say it was about like wolf size. Like about 5 to 6 feet in length, 3 to 4 feet tall.
Can I roll?
I want to ride it.
I'm sorry, what do you want to do?
Roll for Monster Lord to see if I.
Yeah, you can roll.
Oh, I
Okay.
I didn't actually see it, so I can't actually say that.
Nope.
You've never seen this thing. You've never seen nor heard of a giant badger before.
Well, that was weird.
Dire badger.
All right. Eventually, you finally are able to see the village.
I am finally able to see the village.
Let me get to the description real quick.
We'll go into the village.
From what you can tell, the village is resting between inside a valley between small hills and beside a small lake.
And how many houses or how many structure dwellings do we see? Approx. Under 10, more than 10, more than 20?
About 10.
Okay.
Hamlet
Okay,
size.
so it's a pretty tiny place.
Well, Hamlet would be like 1 to like 10 to like 50 people. There can be a lot of people inside a small village.
Yeah, but there's only 10 buildings.
So we'll, if there's
Okay,
a
let me
tavern,
rephrase. There are 10 buildings that look like they're being active and maintained.
okay.
There are a couple of others, but they look a little bit worn down.
That's where they're sleeping.
Let me see here. Overall, the town looks like it's it looks very simplistic with very little technology. Houses are all made of wooden logs, wooden boards. There are a few that are wattle and daub. The roofs are all made of thatch. There we go. There are approximately 20 houses. There we go. Some of which are huts, and some almost considered a cottage. As you approach the village, you discover a funeral pyre on the outskirts of it.
Okay. Are there any mourners or anybody still there at the funeral
Not at the moment, no.
pyre?
Is it on fire?
It is not on fire. It looks like it was used recently, though.
Still warm.
Looks like the village lost somebody. So do we see a tavern or anything like that on the road through?
From your position, you can see most of it, and you can see what looks like it might be a tavern.
Okay. We'll stop off there.
All right. As you guys make your way in, you see a stable where you can put your horses. You notice that everyone is looking very, very grim.
Morose.
Okay.
God, why the long faces? It's not like someone died here, is it?
Okay. I'll go in and I'll buy the three of us a drink. And
All right. So you
during
walk.
the process of doing that, I'll ask the tavern keeper.
Well, really quick.
What's the situation with the?
So walking into the Blushing Trout Tavern, You see, so
Blushing
essentially
trout.
it's a 2-story building at the edge of the village, with a tree-lined approach up an incline, giving it a good view of the lake. So walking inside, you see a man standing at the bar. It looks like he's talking to a lovely girl who looks very pale, but is helping him around the tavern. And he's kind of like coughing as he's talking to her. And seeing you, he's like, "Guests, welcome. Please come in."
You know, if he's
And
coughing
what-
over everything, I don't want to eat it.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty good on not having a drink here, except for maybe like Mithra vodka or something.
Good evening, or good morning, good sir. Could we get a round of ale, 3 ales?
He's just like, "Yes, of course. Give me 1 second." He starts getting the ales and starts pouring the drinks. The girl hurries over and starts like bringing them over to you guys. The drinks are essentially 1 copper piece each.
Wow. Okay.
Very cheap drinks.
Okay. I'll ask the girl. What happened at the funeral pyre?
The girl kind of like turns to you, and noticing your attire, she quickly bows and goes, "First, it is an honor to have someone of your stature at our establishment. Thank you." She then goes on to explain that. She explains that 2 of their villagers had turned into zombies and they had attacked them. And this was not the first time either.
Do I have any idea what turns somebody into zombies?
You're gonna have to roll a monster lore check for that.
I'm just slowly ready myself in case someone turns into a zombie now.
Unless, of course, you have points in undead. I don't think you do.
I do not have monster
have monster
lore,
lore,
nor
yeah.
do I have.
So roll
Nor
a
do I
D.
have.
So roll a D20 or D100 of your choice. If D20, then your chance of success is 1 to 4.
Okay.
This is why it helps for me to have the character.
Unfortunately, I roll high this time. Okay. So I have no idea of that. Okay. Good.
She tells you that normally the bodies would be prepared and buried along with their ancestors, but with the sickness spreading and getting worse, the bodies are being being burned to keep the illness at bay.
And I'll go and ask the innkeeper. He seems to be coughing. Is he ill? Is that the type of illness that occurs before you become a zombie?
Here she kind of are you talking to her or the tavern keeper?
First to her and then to the tavern keeper.
So she kind of like hesitates and she goes, "I'm praying it's not."
Okay. Is the tavern keeper related to you?
He's my father.
Okay. So I'll go over and talk to the tavern keeper, and you appear to be ill.
Yes. I think I caught one when I made a trip into the forest. A young boy ran away and went off playing. I had to... Sorry, not young boy. Young girl went off playing and I had to bring her here.
Okay,
I'm sorry for this situation, sir. A man of your stature shouldn't have to worry about this.
Perhaps I'd like to try an experiment and
Catch the plane.
see if I can heal you if it's a normal type of disease. And if I can't heal you, that means that it's possibly some sort of undead curse. And if that's so, then you need to travel into Ingram and get help from a cleric.
So, two things. First one, are you planning to do like a doctor's analysis kind of thing? Or
What kind of analysis?
like are you playing doctor here, where you're examining his body and checking to see if it's responding right, or like what are you doing?
No, I'm just gonna do a cellular adjustment on him. I don't have.
That does not heal diseases. That heals physical wounds.
It also heals diseases.
It does?
Yep.
Let me
Just
hold
takes a
on.
lot more points.
I'm double checking that real quick because I do not remember that. Oh yeah, you're right. Can cure diseases at a strength cost of 20 for a mid, early stage disease, and up to 70 for advanced stage.
Yep. So I don't know whether it's mid or advanced, but I'll give it a try to see if I can cure it, and I'll see how many points I use to cure it. I'm going to try and cure it totally.
All right, 1 second. Trying to find. Okay. So before you do that, he tells you, well, in regards to the cleric, we do have a shrine here. And there's also been a druid who's been trying to help us with this sickness.
Well, I'll still try and heal him.
Yeah. So go ahead and remove 20 points.
Okay. Is he healed?
It looks like his coughing is gone.
Okay. So is there
Roll an intelligence check.
Yeah, okay. Actually, another high roll. So 18.
18? Okay. You can tell that physically he is healed, like he can breathe properly again. But it looks like the discoloration of his eye has not left.
So I think he's perhaps cursed. Is that correct or not correct?
Possibly, yes.
Okay. I'll tell him I've bought you some time, but I think that you may be cursed. And so you will need a cleric at a level of remove curse. So the question then is, how did you get cursed?
At this point,
Are there any rumors?
He's starting to look a bit nervous and goes, I don't know. I don't know how this happened.
Have you been to Castle Mentis recently? Mentis
Yeah.
recently?
He has not.
Have you heard any rumors about it?
There have been people talking around saying like there's a whole bunch of like the path has gotten more dangerous as of late. One of the hunters said he could have sworn he saw like a rabid dog.
Okay. Well, is rabies considered a curse or a disease? It's a disease, isn't it?
Rabies is considered a disease, yeah.
Yeah,
And
okay.
speaking of, the girl kind of like grabs your hand and says, "Please, If you could heal my father, can you please heal my mom?
Okay, let me go and see her mom.
She takes you over to the back, and you see the mom bedridden.
Okay.
She's completely.
I'll
she's
try and heal
completely
her. How many
unconscious.
points?
I won't
How
say
many
it.
points? Oh, 77 or something, or 60 or what?
It's gonna be 70 this time.
Okay. So I'll do that. I'll do that, and then I'll inquire of her. When did she become sick? How long ago?
So she got sick about 4 days ago.
4 days. Wow. Okay.
That's a rapidly progressing disease.
That is.
God, even the bubonic plague took like 2 weeks.
And okay, well, some of it, there were two parts to it. There was an airborne part that could kill you overnight, and there was a black pestule part that could kill you over the 2-week period. Okay. And do you know what the cause of your disease is? Do you have any idea of anything that you did that was out of the ordinary 4 or 5 days ago, or maybe 6 days ago?
Nothing that she can recall. She just remembers.
Okay.
She just remembers helping out with the laundry.
Okay.
Has she been anywhere outside of this village? No.
Not outside the village, no.
And she doesn't know of any rumors, I trust, with regard to
the tavern owner.
Castle Mentor.
She doesn't know much either. The tavern owner's gonna pause and say, "Sir, are you a spellcaster, or are you a cleric?"
I'm a spellcaster, not a cleric.
Tells you in that case, I would try and keep low on the magic, because a lot of people are blaming witchcraft and magic for this illness.
Got a question
Well,
for you,
magic
barkeep.
doesn't do it, but I'm so new at this magic situation that I can't do much regardless of anything.
I understand that, sir. I'm just saying it's probably a good
Okay.
idea not to flaunt your abilities around, because people won't take you kindly for it, even if you
Okay,
are. of
well, I
noble
don't.
birth.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
Barkeep, I got
So
a question
we'll.
for you.
Yes, sir.
But how long ago did this start happening? Did this whole plague shit start happening?
He wants to say about a month ago.
Do you recall anything unusual happening about a month ago aside from people getting sick? Like someone coming back from somewhere around?
No, he can't recall anything specific. But he tells you if you ask around, someone's bound to know something.
But you do have a cleric in this town. Is that correct?
Yes, there is a priest. He's in the shrine.
Okay. We'll head over to the shrine then.
All right.
Finish our drinks and go over to the shrine and talk to them. What's the name of the priest who we're going to try and see?
Scrolling up. Tassar. Oh, no, sorry, no, sorry. That's wrong name. Wider Veldar. So Wider Veldar.
Vider Beldar.
Actually, as you guys are like leaving the establishment, he's like, wait a minute, there is something.
What's up, Cap?
Tells you that a little while back there's a group of there's essentially a group of mercenaries who came through, and they had asked them to help with their issue, and for whatever reason the mercenaries were convinced that it had something to do with the castle, so they went up there, and then after that they didn't hear from them again.
So a missing mercenary band and a curse that happened all relatively at the same time.
How many people were in the mercenary band approximately?
About 5. It was a small group. Here's the thing, it's like most people's idea of what an adventurer is actually a mercenary. It's like I get paid money to do quests, and like that's not adventuring, that's a mercenary. So
Okay. So we'll go and talk to Priest Beldar.
Gain any more information?
Yeah. Do you have any additional information for us?
I think we've exhausted his.
So you go outside and head
Well, I'd
over
like
to
The temple.
a shrine.
Shrine, rather.
It's a small building adorned with runes and symbols representing a essentially a lesser god of rivers, fishing, and river spirits.
What is with this place and water?
Behind the
Well, there's
building
a lot of
is
water around it.
It is an island.
An island.
it's an island, but at the same time they are beside a lake. So
Right.
behind
So,
the building is a large pumpkin patch, and as you walk inside, you're essentially looking at a young man. He kind of like turns around and looks. He turns around, looks at you, and says, "Oh, hello there. Hi there. How may I help you?"
We just came from the tavern. Both the innkeeper and his wife were ill, and we were wondering if you had any information on the cause of the illness, in terms of the timing of it, at what it actually is.
Unfortunately, I don't. I'm completely lost as to how or why this outbreak is happening. I've only recently delved into the scriptures. I was not prepared for this trial. And what's making me nervous is that from what I can tell, as the weeks go by, this sickness grows faster and more rapidly. I don't know
How
what
many
could be
people in
causing
your
it.
town have the illness?
It's hard to tell. They had a illness. They had a normal illness a little while back, so it's hard to tell who's normally sick and who's cursed, as he's putting it for right now.
Okay.
But they did have
Okay.
several deaths. So
Okay. So I guess we're going to get no more information from him. Let's head to Castle Memphis, please. We'll go across the bridge, south across the bridge, and then turn east again and go up, follow the stream up to Castle Memphis.
well, really quick, Grimshaw, Lorsan, is there anything you want to do or anyone you want to talk to?
Right now,
Because right now you've
Grimshaw's
only
just-
spoken to the tavern owner and the cleric, and that's about it. You haven't really explored or
yeah,
interacted with anyone.
I think as he's talking to the cleric, Grimshaw is just gonna go around just like talking to random people, trying to get more of an understanding of when the curse started.
So what
Just
do you
like ask.
what do you say to someone when you approach them?
Excuse me, can I have a second of your time?
Roll a charisma check.
Charisma's a D100, right?
Yep. With a negative 20.
Can I be there with him?
Yeah.
Alright.
Add a negative 30 to that. No, sorry. Change the
Sorry,
negative 20.
Grimshaw.
Change the negative 20 to a negative 30.
63, so 43 or 33.
33.
Yeah, they see you approach, and there's like, it looks like they're like stepping away, and there's like, keep your foul curses away from us. We don't want you mercenaries and travelers cursing anyone else. They quickly shuffle off.
Wow.
Oh, if they want a curse, I'll be a curse.
You hear a sigh behind you as you look to see the cleric, and he's just like, I apologize about that. Ever since the mercenaries came through, they've started blaming them for all their tragedies. It's not fair for them to judge you for that, and I apologize for that.
Problem's gonna be getting these people to understand that we're not their problem yet.
Yeah.
Yet? He's just like, please be gracious and patient with them. They've gone through a very hard time lately.
Was Bedrick Charukas one of the merchants?
Merchants? There weren't merchants through here.
Mercenaries.
Oh, mercenaries. Never mind.
Yeah, she's meeting up with the knight. Remember? She's not leaving the town anytime soon.
Okay.
But no,
was there anything off about these mercenaries that you could tell?
No, just that they seem confident of themselves. At any rate, he tells you that if you want someone to help you out with this a little bit more, he recommends speaking to the druid Herschel.
The druid Herschel.
Why?
Because he's been the most active in trying to help with this situation. He's in the essentially a retired adventurer, basically.
Okay, so have him point us to the druid Herschel, and we'll go talk to him before we go to the castle.
Yeah, he does that. Leads you over to a quaint little building sitting at the top of a fenced-off area of land containing numerous plants and flowers. Within the fence is the grass is lush and well cared for. Rows of different fruits and vegetables are laid out in specific patterns. Bright shingles adorn the window of this abode. And he's actually he's kind of like resting outside of the like leaning against the wall. He appears to be an older man and looks and he's looking at you guys with like little to no fear at all.
We shouldn't have fear. We're not a threat to him. So I'll go up and introduce myself. Good evening, Druid Herschel. I'm Troxel Crandall. Your priest suggested that we talk to you about the disease that's been basically spreading through the town. Could you tell us a little bit about when it started and what kind of a disease you think it is?
He kind of like nods and says, "Well met, Candle. If you'd like to step inside with me, please." Leads you into he leads you into his abode. There's a whole bunch of hanging herbs and all this sort of other kind of stuff, like druid themed stuff, basically. He pours you guys some juice and hands it over to you guys each for you to try.
No thanks.
Suit yourself.
I smell it.
I'll certainly drink it.
So Grimshaw, you smell it? It smells like pumpkin.
I'll try it. What's the worst that can happen?
All right. Hey Grimshaw,
Yeah.
you got 1 point of health back.
Woohoo!
You can feel the warm sensation going down your throat, and you feel your wound getting a little bit easier.
Pumpkin spice ale.
Pumpkin? No.
Not
that's
ale. It's not ale.
It's probably Goodberry.
Troxel, you feel the warmness going down your throat as well. It's a very lively, very hearty drink.
Do we think that this can be bottled and taken with us to the castle for chance, or is it just a one-time thing?
I would
Possibly, but he would
not
have to make
push on
more. And that would take
Okay.
that would take him the rest of the day.
Okay. No, we don't have time to wait. We're going to head to Castle Memphis and see if we can find those mercenaries that came through the town when the disease basically started up about a month ago.
He tells you.
Do you have any other helpful information for us, or not?
The druid puts the drink down. And he says, "Well, you're you're on the right track. From what I can tell, the water's polluted."
The water is polluted.
As in the
Yes.
well water that people drink from?
First of all, there's no well. They're drinking
Or
from the
the
lake.
Okay, so
From the
the
lake,
lake
okay.
water.
But
Yeah,
there's
the
got to be
lake
a
one.
way for the water to run into the lake.
He's
It's
like,
coming out of the lake. The lake's further to the east, and there's a river that runs.
no. Like, the river runs. Okay, so hold on a second. So the druid slows you down. There's a lake right beside the village, and that's the water that they're taken from. He says there is water that comes from there, and the water's coming from a spring which we believe is in Castle Mentis. The water from Castle Mentis pours into the crystal lakes, and then that water flows into this one.
I see. Okay.
He also wants to point out
So
that in
again-
addition to the settlers being sick, he has also noted that there have been sick animals.
Okay.
He doesn't
So
know
we'll go
what's
in,
causing this. He also doesn't understand what or how could cause anything or anyone to turn into zombies. And while he personally hasn't he hasn't been personally affected because he can purify a volume of water. He's been sharing that with the townsfolk. But at the same time, it's not enough for everyone to go around. So some people are going to get sick, and there's nothing he can do about that.
So there's been zombie animals running around too?
He has never seen any kind of zombie animal, but he has noticed people getting sick. Or animals getting sick.
So, what I'm hearing is, effectively, if we don't stop this, A, this town's wiped off the face of the map, and then B, further down the line, that city we were just in could be affected.
Yep.
Is that like a sum that I can come to? Because water's got to flow downstream eventually.
Pretty much,
It's gonna
yeah.
make its way. So, in the interest of money, we need to stop this. But I need to get paid. This is a conundrum. We can always go to...
The druid tells you something. So he tells you, if you choose to help them out with this, he asks that you don't kill any zombies, but instead pin them down or disable them, because he's hoping that he can somehow undo whatever has happened once you found out what's causing this.
So rip their arms and legs off, got it.
No. Don't cause any
That's not
permanent...
killing them.
It's like, don't cause any permanent injuries, because the goal is to bring them back to their normal selves. And basically he tells you, for every zombie you're able to restrain for later curing, he'll give you essentially a gold piece for every one of them. And he'll also give you 20 gold pieces if you're able to stop whatever the source of this is. He doesn't have much from his adventuring days left, but he does have a little bit.
You know what? That sounds worth it to me.
Yep.
Don't know about the rest of you, but that sounds worth it.
Okay.
Oh,
We're
don't know how
intending to go to
long-
Castle Memphis right now. Is there any other advice you might give us before we leave?
He tells you be a little bit careful. There's been a little bit extra bandit and goblin activity lately.
goblin. I hate goblins.
Okay. Then we'll take our leave and start moving again.
All right. Are you planning to leave now or wait until morning again?
Now,
All right.
it should be just a little bit after lunchtime, probably.
How do you guys feel about that?
I mean, when would about the time we got there would be?
It's only 7.5 miles to the castle, so it'd be about 4 miles to the town. So we could have made it in about an hour and a half max.
Well, first things first.
walking.
First things first. There's actually no current road to Castle Mentis. You'll be walking on an ancient road, and it's going to be on
okay.
and it's going to be across rolling hills, and on top of that, it is going to be about like 2.7 miles to the castle.
So what I'm hearing is about like a 2-hour hike, give or take.
2.7, so almost 3 hours.
Almost 3-hour hike. All right.
Oh no, sorry. You're translating miles to hours. Never mind.
Yeah. So I was saying like maybe like a 2-hour hike total. So assuming it's lunchtime, assuming it's the latter end of lunchtime, it'd be about 4 o'clock when we get there. Do we really want to be going towards probably a den infested with zombie skeletons, other nasties, when the sun is starting to set?
Well, do you want to be in the town tonight?
I'd rather deal with 2 zombies than 20. Because if someone turns into town tonight and we have to put them down,
Okay.
that's one thing.
Then we'll stay. I'll get my psionic points back, and Grimly will get 1 more point of healing, and so he'll be full strength. So we'll wait until the morning. We'll go to the tavern and get a room there.
Drinking the night
We'll
away.
negotiate it basically for a free room for the previous healing.
All right.
Drinking the night away.
The tavern owner is going to offer you a place to stay in his place as thanks for healing his wife and himself. He is going to ask if you could possibly, yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Do you accept his offer?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Look how many dice have been rolled.
There we go.
The whole town shifted overnight.
All right. So, you guys sleep for the night, and then early in the morning you start hearing a banging sound.
A banging on the door to the room that we're sleeping in?
No, downstairs.
Okay. Can I peek out the window first and see if there's anyone outside?
There's no one outside. And the banging sound isn't like a one and done deal, it's constantly happening.
Alright. I guess I'll draw my falchion sword and head out to investigate.
Hammers at the ready.
Grimshadal's got his maul at the ready. Troxel, you awake to the glass shattering.
Oh no!
Which glass shattering?
The
Not
The
in my
sound's
room,
coming
but
from downstairs.
or something?
Downstairs.
Okay. I'll quickly put on my robe and go downstairs probably a round or two after I get dressed.
All right. In that case,
I'm gonna put
Lorsan
my
and
boots
Grimshaw
on
are going to
also.
see the first bit. You guys
Okay.
look at the tavern keeper and his daughter trying desperately to run around tables and countertops and avoid his undead wife.
His undead
Well-
wife.
His wife is a zombie now.
Ugh.
Roll for initiative.
Oh, lovely.
D6.
Yes.
War crimes are for kids.
4.
You guys go first anyways.
I
It's a
rolled
zombie.
a 2, but I rolled a 2, but I'm not there.
You're good. You guys go first because, you know, it's a zombie, so you're going to go first anyways. I just wanted to do the bit.
Well, do we get a gold for petting down this zombie?
Probably.
If you
You
don't
do.
kill him, you do. That was the whole point,
Don't
was to
kill
neutralize them without killing the zombies.
Alright. Just gonna take my hammer, plant it in the ground, going fisticuff style. Can't kill it if it's non-lethal damage.
He's not wrong.
Plus, do I get an extra attack because I have 2 hands now?
No, you do not. That's not how that works.
Alright, I guess,
Well, I mean-
can I shoot my sword and go
You know
like...
what? I'll give it to you, Grim. You can use 2 attacks with 2 fists. Alright, so who's going first?
I don't know. Which one of us wants to fail first?
I guess I'll go first. So I'm going to do sheath my sword, hand-to-hand combat.
Yep.
I'm going to try and suck her underneath the jaw.
Alright, roll to hit.
Say, got a 12.
12 to hit.
Yep.
Alright, that does hit.
All right.
Roll damage.
That'll be a 1d4, right?
1d4 plus your strength.
Okay.
Oh no, this is gonna be bad.
And that later
3
levels
plus 1, so 4.
4? 4 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Grimshaw, your turn.
Body shots! Just straight right up behind, and Laura said just going 1-2 for the body shots.
Actually, no. I'm gonna say you can only attack once because monks have the
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
But I hit a 12 anyway, so.
Alright, yeah, you're good.
Man, I can't
So
pick
essentially,
up these-
for you, it's a 1 to 2 plus your strength.
Oh, G6 then, 'cause I can't move. 5 points of damage.
Alright.
And I really high strength.
How did you hit the zombie?
Body shot. Just straight kidney shot.
Alright. So you guys, let me roll a check for this guy. Yeah, no, you guys effectively like knocked him onto the knocked this sucker onto the ground. It's taken forever to get back up.
I have rope.
You have rope?
Yep.
You gonna tie
I
him
can
up?
just... Yep.
All right.
Hog style.
Roll a dex check.
Let's see. Modified 20.
All right. So, Grimshaw, you watch with terrifying expertise and swiftness as Lorsan just ties this zombie up quickly and efficiently before he has a chance to recover.
I mean, it's a zombie. It takes long for them to recover.
Troxel, you get down, now fully dressed. You're like pulling the last sleeve on, and you notice the tied-up zombie in the middle of the floor with Grimshaw and Lorsan standing on either side, and the father and the daughter just kind of like off to the side, looking down in horror at his wife.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well, basically, the healing didn't help
It-
temporarily.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's temporary. You can look at them, and the girl is getting more and more sickly. The father, it looks like he's getting a little like he's developing a cough again.
Okay. We need to go to the castle as soon as possible. So in the morning we'll go to the castle.
It is the morning.
Can you bring me my hammer?
It is morning.
Yes. They'll have the father take his wife over and deliver her to the druid.
He pales at the
Well-
thought of having to drag his wife like that, but he understands. He grabs
Okay.
the rope.
Well,
Maybe we can take him. We have extra horses. We'll take the wife. She's a zombie, so it doesn't really matter. We throw her over a horse.
You're not putting that zombie on my horse.
I can put it on my horse. Okay, take the zombie to the druid. Head off to the
Well-
castle.
We should probably tie up the husband and the daughter too.
We have to tie up the
Because-
entire town. I mean, they're not zombies yet. We don't have no idea when
Yeah,
they're
we
going
don't.
to turn
Yeah,
into
we don't know
zombies.
when they're gonna turn, but
Yeah.
theoretically,
We need to do this.
Yeah, we need- yeah, if we tied up the entire
effectively
town,
as
we'd
quick as
be.
possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. All right,
So-
off we go.
Off we go.
Alright.
Don't drink the water.
Leaving them with that on a mistip. All right. You're on the road again.
Can't wait to get on the road again.
First hour in. You guys haven't been attacked just yet. You have, however, been hearing a little bit of howling in the distance. And as the howling seems to get closer, or as you are getting closer to it, the horses are starting to get nervous.
All right, I'm
Keep
gonna
going.
try and calm my horse down.
Alright. So go ahead and roll animal handling with a -5 to your roll, because not only is your horse trained, but the horse knows you very well. Troxel, you go ahead and roll animal handling as well.
The
I
D20.
got a
D20,
five.
yeah. You want lower rolls.
I got a 5%.
Alright, that succeeds.
Oh, I rolled it.
Cool.
I'm getting better and better. I rolled a natural 19.
Going the wrong way.
Yeah.
You'll be
Your
rolling
horse
up.
is not calming down. It's getting more and more nervous as the howling gets louder. Starts fidgeting, like stopping every now and then.
I'm just gonna ready my hammer because at this point the howling's getting closer, and we already know what's about to happen. Those wolves are not gonna be friendly. Played enough RPGs to know when
Were
this
they
is going.
wolves? Is it wolves or is it?
It's either wolves or
is it
wild dogs.
wolves?
It's wolves,
Okay.
yeah. It's wolf howling.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna dismount and I'll just hold the horse close to the bridle, or
Okay.
close to the mouth.
Roll another animal handling check with a -2.
on a 12.
All right, so it's still nervous and freaking out, but you at least have more control over it now.
Okay. We'll continue on.
Yes. We'll continue slowly. As the nobleman does not want to get his boots dirty that much.
Roll an intelligence check.
Who?
Anyone who's looking around.
All right.
AKA everybody at this point.
19.
Damn. Or Sam with the good rolls today.
Yeah, I know. I got bad rolls last time.
One this time.
Aw.
You see your shoes getting mud on them, and you are very disgruntled.
Grimshaw, what'd you roll?
7.
Okay,
Aw.
so Lorsan, you're kind of keeping a keen eye out, and you do notice a kind of a wolf like deep into the hills / forest. It looks like it's not poised to attack. It looks like it's keeping an eye on you, just kind of scouting the area out.
Okay.
Just one wolf?
One wolf, yeah.
Where there is one, there is always more. Wolves do not move solitarily. But we also don't know that wolf's there until Lorsan says something, so...
I understand.
And I don't think Lorsan's
Well, I
saying
mean-
anything, so...
I mean, if it's not doing anything, there's no real reason to say anything, so.
Alright.
Just keep moving.
Yep.
As we keep moving through the forest.
Okay, so now you're about like an hour and a half in. And as you guys are walking through the area, Lorsan,
Yep.
You feel something hit your head.
Okay, I look around.
Look around and you see falling onto the ground what looks like one of the biscuits that Grimshaw had over at the tavern.
I look over at Grimshaw.
It was me. Listen, I ate the rest of my biscuits.
Lorsan, you look back ahead. Bunk. Once again, hit on the head.
Alright, do I see anything or
No, you don't see anything.
No. Alright, then I just breathe an annoyed breath, but I just keep writing and ignore it.
And I wish I thought to bring more biscuits, that'd be more fun.
Third time's a charm as it hits you with more force than before.
What direction is it coming from?
From Grimshaw.
If you're staring at me, I can't see you. I'm watching the stream.
Can I look, I guess, like, in his pack and maybe see if there's any biscuits
No,
in
you're
it?
first of all, you're on your horse. He's dismounted.
True.
And you would notice if you're looking through his stuff. Since it's on his person.
Do I see any biscuits on him or in his hands?
No, not in his
No.
hands.
What do I have? Hang on.
Biscuits, of all things, it had to be biscuits. Do I see the biscuits being thrown at Lorsan?
Well, so far you haven't been looking at Lorsan, so no.
I mean, Lordson probably knows what's happening.
like I know what's happening, but I don't know what's happening. Not gonna
Anybody say anything?
Well, so far, Lorsan has accused Grimshaw of throwing stuff at him. But that's about it.
Oh.
What?
I just really wish I thought to bring biscuits. Like, do I see biscuits on the ground, like, as we're, like, behind us?
Roll an intelligence check.
Seven. Oh. I don't see biscuits, do I?
It got knocked into the grass a little bit, so it's hard to tell.
You know what? I'm just gonna keep an eye on Grimshaw now.
Comes from the opposite direction now.
Yeah. So, did
Troxel.
anything more happen?
Troxel,
Yes.
you feel your cape get pulled over your face.
I just feel that way.
No. Your cape is literally pulled over your face. Not your hood, your cape. Or cloak, I suppose. So in other words,
I'm on the ground holding my horse, so I'll try and get the cloak away from my face so that I can see.
I love how he doesn't question it. He's just like, yep, that happened.
Must have been the wind. It must have been the wind.
Lorsan,
Yeah.
you feel a tap on your right shoulder.
Can I just grab?
You reach, but there's nothing there. You feel another tap.
On the right shoulder again?
Yep.
Okay. I turn. What do I see?
You get smacked on the left side by another biscuit.
Ah!
Troxel, this time, now having your cloak having been thrown forward, you actually see the biscuit getting thrown at her face this time.
By whom? Or by what?
From the direction, it looks like it might have been Grimshaw, but for more details, you need to roll an intelligence check.
12.
You could tell it wasn't Grimshaw who threw it, but you can't see who did.
Okay. I'll tell the party that. It looked like Grimshaw was throwing a biscuit, but it wasn't Grimshaw.
Can I eat one of the biscuits?
Ground biscuits.
You want to try?
Yeah.
Alright, you stop moving your horse,
No.
dismount,
No.
pick up one of the biscuits, and take a bite.
No. Wait.
You guys watch as she puts the biscuit in her mouth, she takes a bite, chews a little bit, and then spits it out.
Why would you do that? Don't drink the water.
It tasted disgusting, that's why.
You would eat a biscuit of unknown origin.
I've eaten worse things than a biscuit.
Yeah, I know, I've seen pig gruel. But the problem is for all we know, we could be walking through a portion of the Feywilds. And you could have just eaten some of their food.
A tiny branch kind of like falls on Grimshaw's head. Not enough to hurt him, just enough to annoy him.
I hate squirrels.
But I mean, we're not on the Fey Isle, so.
The Feywilds are There could be portions of the world that are part of the Feywilds. If we unknowingly walked through a portion of it, and you just ate their food, you ain't coming back. We're gonna have to find a new pig to roast.
Well, I don't feel any difference, so it's probably not that.
Troxel, you feel a blast of like wind at your face, and your hair's a little bit messed up. Troxel?
What would you like me to do, or what can I do?
I just didn't know if you heard me or not.
Oh,
No,
you were
what-
speaking to him.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't hear you.
Oh, you didn't hear me. Okay, I was telling you that you feel a blast of wind at your face, and then and essentially your hair gets messed up.
So it's like pixies that are
Are you a magic
harassing
user?
us. Is that right? Something like that, like Fae, pixies harassing us?
You don't know?
You a magic user? Do you have
Yes.
any detect magic or anything like that right now?
I do. I have detect magic.
Could you please do us the wonderful favor of trying to figure out this through detect magic?
Yeah. I only have that one spell the entire day. But
No.
I guess I'll have to do it. I'll detect magic.
All right. Cast the magic. You start, moving your hand, moving directions, trying to scan the area. And at a random point, you kind of stop as it starts ringing up magic. You don't see what's causing the magic, but it's ringing it up.
Point
And
me in
then
a
you-
direction.
Well, before that, Troxel, you and only you hear a giggling.
I'm sorry. We were breaking up a little bit. Well,
You and only you hear giggling.
I and only I hear
Giggling.
Laughter.
laughter.
You're laughing.
Okay. Got it.
Specifically because of the proximity.
okay. Yeah, this is definitely Faye playing with us. Let's get out of here.
You were about to eat their
Well,
food, poor Sam.
I'll actually say in common, I guess. Can you help us with what's happening at the castle?
Roll a charisma check.
Roll check.
With a plus 15.
Maybe I'll get lucky. Who can say? 63 with a plus what?
15.
So 78.
All right. After a little bit of hesitance, and you're just kind of like looking around, trying to see if you can spot it, you turn around and you see a very gorgeous lady kind of like hovering in front of you.
Does anyone else see this lady?
Everyone else sees the lady, and Tia, just to let you know, you froze again.
Oh. Oh.
But yeah, Troxel, you see a very
I'll-
beautiful lady hovering in front of you.
Okay, I assume that it's going to be an illusion because the beautiful lady just doesn't pop up. But I'll address what I assume to be a fae and say, "Can you help us? We're trying to save the town from turning into zombies. Do you know anything about that?"
Give 1 second.
Sealy or unsealy. Sealy or unsealy. This is very important.
So any response?
One second, I'm writing it up just to make sure I get it all perfectly.
Let me try that again.
Okay.
I did it before. It worked.
So first thing she does is she smiles and giggles, and she goes, "You're nice. I like you."
What does she look like?
Just a gorgeous woman. She's wearing like a very loose garment as she's hovering in the air. She's got blonde hair. Like she looks beautiful. What's it?
Double Tom.
Yep, double Tom again.
I know. Just,
You're good.
I'm just trying to correct my sound problem. Okay. Beautiful
yeah.
woman who does what?
Yeah. So
Yeah, that did correct the sound problem.
she tells you that she can help you find your way there.
And do you know what is there that we're going to find when we get there?
She says in rhymes and riddles, let's see here. Through a maze of ruin, the dead shamble. But deep below, the dark heart brews. Something wakes up. It is coming nearer. After that, she starts...
What is this something?
She doesn't tell you that. She starts fluttering forward and starts guiding you there.
Okay, we'll follow. We anticipate we're going to have undead encounters, but we're going to go deep into the dungeon.
Going deep anyway.
Lorsan. You actually, after this quick interaction, you can identify this Fae as a sylph.
My only question is it Seelie or unseelie?
What?
You know, the summer or winter court.
In my world, Fae works a little bit differently. So there's no court. There's my version of the Fae is essentially the embodiment of chaos. So it's more like they just kind of do what they want and follow very loose concepts or rules.
Okay, yeah, so like normal Fae, I got you.
Except no courts. There's no factions. They just kind of do it. They just kind of do what they do their own thing.
The deal, so my brain goes. The only difference is they're allowed to do whatever the fuck they want. You're, in
Yep.
the actual Fae, it's more of just one can help you if they want to. The other is just gonna straight up lead you off the edge of a cliff.
It depends on the nature of the specific type of Fae.
And what we're involved in. The Fae might not be happy about this. Who can say? So we'll follow the Fae. We'll follow her.
All right.
And do we actually think that the Fae is the beautiful woman, or do I think that that's still an illusion?
That's up to you. You don't know anything about the Fae.
Okay, I don't. I'll just assume that it's a beautiful woman. That I just was.
Who's flying in the air?
unperceptive.
Who's flying in the air and constantly vanishes and
Yeah.
reappears.
Well, at least this gets us over our wolf problem.
Just gets us to at least forward towards where we're supposed to be going, hopefully.
Yeah.
Grimshaw, you feel something on your head.
I'll mount back up on my horse.
You're looking at a squirrel.
I'm not even gonna bother with it. I know it's gonna disappear as soon as I try and grab it.
You mentioned this. You mentioned the squirrel earlier, and she heard you.
I hate money. How'd you figure out about the dinner rolls then?
See, you say I hate money, and now you're seeing your like one of your gold coins kind of like floating in front of you as it goes away.
Nope,
You hear a giggle and continue to lead you guys on.
Lady, I don't know if you have a death wish or what.
You guys kind of like see her like reappear up in the what do you call it? The trees. Grimshaw, I want you to roll me a d20.
Specifically Grimshaw.
Specifically Grimshaw.
Let's go with green. I rolled a 6.
Okay, so she casts Charm Person on you, and now you see her as your best friend.
I mean, I could.
Oh, great.
Nah. Best friend's better than a lot of things. I could actually be nice to someone for a while.
We want to continue on, so we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Best friends become mortal enemies quick in the presence of Grimshaw's money.
Alright. Eventually, near the end of the road, you guys will finally reach the Crystal Lake, which is surrounded by various large hills. Some are small, hill-shaped mountains, with various tall trees resting at the base of these hills. The lake is approximately 2 miles long and a mile wide, yet unlike its name suggests, the water is not crystal clear, and you'd have to roll an intelligence check for more information from that.
Okay, which one of you pooped in the Crystal Lake?
Pouring down from the castle on a high hill, resting at the foot of the mountain, which Troxel, because your character had seen a map of the island, you know that it's called Mount Bloomsdean. Is a small waterfall going into the Crystal Lake. No, I already read that. No, yeah, there's a small waterfall going into the Crystal Lake. Yeah.
Does it appear to be a problem with that water or not?
It doesn't look
Does it
crystal
like
clear.
normal water?
You would have to do an intelligence check.
Is there a camp anywhere near here?
Okay. Maybe I will get. I'll roll well. Nope. A 9.
I'm gonna say this right now. You may be in Africa and we may be having issues, but like the fact that you're in Africa and we can still do the live stream is astonishing. Like, I'm impressed.
Yeah, it is impressive. Like the fact that it isn't just a choppy mess.
As you kind of like lean over and kind of like look at the lake.
Well, it got to be a choppy mess for me. I rejoined the stream.
You're good.
Yeah, again, it's not as choppy as we're expecting it.
As you're kind of like investigating and looking at the water, the sylph kind of like pulls you back and points out to some ripples in the water that was moving towards you. And she advises not going near the water.
We'll move back from the water. Yep.
As you get closer, you see resting beside the Crystal Lake is a ruined city. So there's an entire ruined city right outside the gate, right outside the castle. The city is all but destroyed.
Okay.
The city is all but destroyed. Not a single building stands fully erect, only base or basic foundations. and even most of these are at least half destroyed or damaged. Those, yeah, no, you don't know that? While most of it has already been obliterated, there are some remnants of the city's walls. Most of the homes are completely obliterated, or mostly at least, but there are 2 or 3 that still have partial walls, some fragments of a second floor, and none of it seems stable. You don't have to be a dwarf to realize that it's not stable.
This whole place is condemned. Looks like it's been broken for a long time.
The path moves through the ruins, but it's starting to become difficult to travel because it's been damaged along with the ruins.
You might want to leave the horses here. Edge of the forest. We can ask the sylph to take care of the horses for the time being.
Place that we can.
She seems like a wonderful chap.
No, let's just what do you call it? Post them out so that they can graze a little bit, but can't get away. Put them on a rope.
Why not? This wonderful lady will look after the horses. No problem.
I mean, I think Lorson would ask
I'd rather have her
sylph.
accompany us.
I don't think she's gonna help us past the front gate.
Alright. So, the sylph kind of like pauses you before you guys go into the ruins, and she warns you that there are some undead animals in the area.
How many?
There appear to be... Let's see here. There appear to be 3 of them.
Oh, time to purge. You said people, he said nothing about animals.
As you raise your weapon and start advancing forward, that's where we're going to end the session.
Dirty.
It is time.
It is time.
So next week at 5 o'clock or 5:30.
Yeah, so
Gainesville
we'll
time.
gather together at 5 o'clock to make sure that everyone's ready. We hash out all the technical difficulties, and then the streaming will start at 5:30.
Okay.
But yeah, so we got
Okay,
about 15 minutes to just kind of like chill and
Howard's
talk.
gonna be with us?
What was that?
Did we get any
Our
XP?
paladin's going to be with us.
Oh yeah, XP. I forgot about that. Hold on, let me scroll up real quick.
Starting a food fight deserves XP.
Right?
If I feel like that was perfect for our group, though.
It was, yes.
Because again, like, we started something that ended in somebody getting hurt, not by us.
And then...
In 2 weeks from now, 2 Saturdays from now, I'll be back in Gainesville. So that's good.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so in total, you guys got 421 XP points.
Nice.
Okay. Total each.
Why? I can't really split that evenly in half. So can I just say that like 211 goes to one class, then 210 goes to the other class?
Yeah, totally. Or you could just put 0.5. Either way works. I'm just saying it's an option. That's what I usually do. All right. So, not session 0. How'd you guys feel about session 1?
It was fun.
Okay.
It was amusing. We did a lot more stupid stuff. I aim to be the agent of chaos.
Basically, we met the party effectively, and then we traveled to where got the information we needed to travel where we needed to be, and we interacted positively with some people and
very
so
negatively with some others.
Yeah.
You also met a sylph. Fun little sprite. Not a sprite.
They're my best friend. It is 9 o'clock and they're screaming out the door. It is fantastic.
Kind of hoping we can do a little bit more.
See.
I'm hoping we can do more exploration in the future, because I try my best to develop as much as I can for you guys to enjoy.
Oh, we will.
We will.
It's just a matter of like getting our roots down for the actual story.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Okay.
God, my
And
background is
we
burning.
traveled one day, so I owe each of you, well,
4 gold total.
the amount of things that I've agreed to. So I'm good. I'll mark that down.
We're expensive.
We're gonna be next Saturday.
One day.
Where are you gonna be next
I'm gonna
Saturday?
be close to Cape Towns, basically where I am now.
Okay.
One day. The one day, or is this the second day? This is the second day that I'm in. That we're.
You already went
We're
through
in
one
day
full
2 of
day. You're
travel.
in day 2, yeah. So you're paying for one day, and then you'll have the second day.
I did
Payment
not, in
late.
fact.
Travel. Got it. I pay every week, most every day. Okay, we're good. So we'll see everybody next week. Have a good week.
You too, Tom.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Yep. And I will leave.
All right. You left a little bit early. How are you guys doing?
Nah, I'm doing. That was a fun session, though.
That was fun.
And I feel like once we kind of get into like a groove with everyone and all that, I feel like the chaos between Grimshaw and Lorsan is just going to get even worse.
Probably.
I can't wait for the
Because
paladin to join in.
Oh my god. How's the paladin going to actually join if she joins next session specifically?
You will let me handle that. I got you.
I know.
I mean,
But I'm just like thinking about it. I'm like, we're in a deserted town.
Well, don't forget that they are guided by their god.
I mean, is she going to join us next session?
I don't know.
do
I
like
told her
how
she. I told her she can take all the time she needs because she's going through a lot of really hard time right now.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I kind of figured
Yeah.
that. It's just if we find her in the caves of this building, that's very sus. I can't believe that we're gonna get through some really shenanigans stuff. We're gonna do so much shenanigans in this. It's gonna be great.
Yep.
It would be the best shenanigans. I gotta get food later. I should have ordered pizza while I was still alive.
Pizza sounds good.
I had a Pizza Hut New Yorker style pizza today.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the New York style. I'm not a fan of the thin crust style personally.
For me, it was less of the thin crust. Like, I mean, the only issue I had with the crust was like it was so flimsy. I think I care for more firm pizzas, but I don't know.
Look, there ain't nothing like the Chicago deep dish. You go to like Uno and you got like crust like that thick. Oh my god.
What kind of toppings do you like?
Veggies.
Gross.
Mood.
Anything that isn't green, I'll put on a pizza.
I'm pretty much the same way. I usually just have pepperoni because I'm pretty simplistic and straightforward. But
Basic.
I am basic, yeah. When it comes to pizza, I'm usually basic. But I also like having like Italian sausages on it. And of course, sometimes I'll have like a meat lovers.
I will say that I am the dividing line for people because I do a lot of mushrooms.
Yes, that's so good.
I do a lot of ham and pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
Ew, not pineapple.
Oh, Hawaiian is good too.
Ew.
Hawaiian is great. And I swear to God, anyone who says pineapple doesn't go on pizza has never had a grilled pineapple burger.
Oh, that sounds so good.
It is
I don't tell people it doesn't go on pizzas because anything can be a topping, but I do say it's disgusting.
Have you tried it?
Once.
When you were 4 does not count.
Not when I was 4, no. I was
No,
like a
but
teenager at the time.
In all honesty, those are my 2 biggest ones. But I do like I'll literally, if somebody orders pizza, I'll grab a couple slices.
What do you like on your pizza, Tia?
I like mushrooms. I like sausage. I like peppers. Let me see. Onions are good.
She likes the green.
She does.
I don't like pepperoni though. But I like ham. I like sausage.
I feel like pepperoni's hit or miss. Like pepperoni is like a staple of pizza, and so there's so many places that do it really good, and then other places that do it just like garbage, and it's just all oil.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I figured out why my computer's running like shit.
Why?
Because when I go to my computer, both my disk drives are at the point where I only have 50 gigabytes free in either of them. Out of 1 terabyte and 2 terabytes, respectively.
Wow.
Oof. That's an oof.
I need to go buy another one and partition it. I have a lot of games.
Oh, man.
A lot of games, man. That they're making games bigger, which I'm very upset about. Like, there is no reason for Call of Duty to be almost 200 gigabytes right now.
Really quick, Grimshaw, are you watching the stream too?
On and off.
On and off? Okay, because there's 2 watching now. I was just checking. If there is someone there that is not Hayden, hi, how are you doing? I hope you enjoyed the session. At any rate.
I think I am on there, but I don't think you count as watching.
You sure?
I mean,
So I think it does.
It does say Realm Weavers in there, but if you're watching under another...
No, I'm watching
Another
under
name.
Realm Weavers, so...
Yeah, so it should be you. It should just be me and like one other person, but when I go into the chat function, there's nothing.
Yeah, it's been blank since the intermission, so either Nick hasn't had really much to say at all, or he kind of left during the intermission.
He left at one point, I remember. But yeah, I'm watching. I try and have it up so I can, engage with people.
Yeah.
Because again, what better time than making dumb comments?
I'm excited for when we start, like, I really want to do, once we start getting a bigger audience and we start getting a little bit more well-known, start making, like, social media posts as everyone's characters.
I mean, I don't have social media except for Facebook, so...
I mean, it's just little shorts we could do on YouTube. Like, all you gotta do is like a 7-second short of just yelling at each other.
You can do that too, yeah.
Proper insult.
I think the idea. I think the idea is like we would make a separate account with like the profile picture is our character, profile is the character's background and their profile, and it's just literally just like role playing as our characters on social media, just making random posts.
Walk around on my knees though.
Well, it's like posts. Like you wouldn't have to make videos for the most part. You could.
Totally
I would love it
would.
if you would make shorts and I could add them to Realm Weaver's channel. That'd be great.
Nah.
Oh. I'm still trying to figure out when I have so many videos I need to make. Well, I don't really have many options that I'm trying to think of what I want to do for Realm Weavers besides this. And there are a couple ideas I had, but I just haven't had any motivation or energy to start recording videos.
I know that feeling.
I mean, I know that for me, like, I edit the music that we use for these sessions, but as far as, like, making a video, that's not my thing.
Well, the editing bit is fine. I'm talking about actually doing the recording and speaking to the camera. That's the part that I'm stuck on. Alright, well, it's pretty much time, so if you guys want to call it here, we can call it here.
It seems
a
proper time.
Alright. Thank you everyone who came to watch, and thank you everyone who's looking back and watching at this video, whether it's day or a week, or if it's years into the future. Thank you for watching our series, and we are excited for the next one. It is happening. It's going to be next Saturday, same time. You all have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Low Patch.
Sent from the sky like an angel in me. Give them news to strengthen and words to heed. Heaven's doesn't set alight. We're knocking on the gates of hell tonight. Broken swords and dragons' bones scatter